Michael. My name is Allie O'Shea. I'm a law of attraction practitioner and a coach and a healer, and I'm just here to facilitate Michael and to support him on the live.
International.
I'm an international law of attraction practitioner. That's right, I am. So, or as Michael likes to call me and try to be funny.
Universal.
No, that's not it. Anyway, so I'm just here to support Michael. So, Michael is a healer, if you don't already know, who healed his own body instantly from lots and lots of stuff that I'm not going to name, and I'm sure he will, because he always does. And he helps people now to heal themselves. And it's through focused intention and believing in the possibility. So welcome to you all. And we're going to I presume we're going to take people individually and maybe as a group at the end, Michael, as well.
Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff.
Yeah, we'll take anyone who has pain, physical or emotional, on and unmute you, and you can talk with Michael. And as he said, we'll have lots of fun. Hello, Nina. Welcome to you. So I'm just going to check the chat here. Tara said it won't let her share. Where have you shared it, Michael? Yeah,
I'm sharing it to your page right now.
Okay, I don't know where Tara's trying to share it from then. Hi, Joelle.
You'll be able to in 1 second. Just, yeah.
Hello, Mary, and yeah.
Fiona.
Hi,
Yeah. She's Australian.
G'day. Oh, we're having Jason Stevenson on our next one. Well, I'm not sure if it's our next one, but I think I'm retiring after this evening. So the 23rd will be our next definite one together. And we may do one in between then. I don't know. We'll see. But Jason Stevenson, who is one of the biggest meditation gurus in the world, is going to come, and he has 1.3 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, and he is going to come on with myself and Michael on the 23rd of June while we do a healing for people at 2 p.m. PST, 10 p.m. GMT, and 7 p.m. EST.
And Allie,
so,
Allie has like 1,500 YouTube subscribers now, I think.
Almost. Yeah, I'm gonna catch up to Jason soon.
Yeah, as soon as he stops.
I don't think there's any stopping him. He's one of the most amazing meditation people ever, and he's also got another channel. Actually, it's called Life Expansion, which is really cool. So,
in
check
5,
him out.
4. I've always wanted to do that. 3, 2. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, it should be there now.
Okay.
Okay, we're live on Facebook. Everybody, best behavior.
Are you not going to play your song?
Who?
You.
No. Which one? The robot one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
If we're going to do music, we're going to have to practice that ahead of time.
Okay. We'll have a little boogie later.
Okay. I'm going to share this now to a couple places.
Oh, I said, come join us for wine. It's some autocorrect is so brutal, isn't it?
Well, you know, it probably isn't that far off of accurate.
No, that's true. That's true. Nothing like a glass of wine, you know. So I'm just sharing, guys. So once you start seeing it appearing on Facebook, if you could share it out to any groups or anything that you're in, that would be fantastic. We'd really appreciate that.
It's funny, I shared the event flyer on a group, and somebody said, you've got balls offering instant healing and miracles.
You got what?
Balls.
I won't tell you what my phone just wrote a minute ago. Oh, dear. Okay, so here we go. Paul, I think you should unmute yourself and sing a song for everybody.
Well, because nobody really gets the opportunity to really know the real Paul.
Oh, they do. He likes to be a mystery, he says. For those of you who are wondering who Paul is my husband. Sitting over there on the couch. He usually sits over there on the couch when I'm doing my lives. So, hello, Mary. Hello. Has somebody else just joined there, Nina? Or were you already there?
Oh, Robley's here. Look at that.
Is he? Where's Robley? I don't see him. There he is. Hi, Robley. Hi, Amy. Hi, guys. Welcome. Thank you all for joining, by the way. So we're going to get started. And Jason Stevenson might even join us this evening. It's a 5:30 in Australia at the moment. So he told me if he wakes up in time, he will. So we'll see what happens.
So if anybody has his phone number, start calling it.
I'm the only one who has his phone number.
I just wanted to do that. Two. All right. Sorry.
Was that you? Oh no, that's me pressing buttons. Okay, so where are we going? Have you finished sharing? Host disabled.
Yeah.
Okay. Robley says, hello all. Tara says, you are still not live on Facebook. Yes, we are. What? And Paul has just confirmed that we are.
Yeah,
so we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's just liked it, so she must have seen it now. It's shared to lots of groups and stuff. So cool. Thank you so much. So where do you want to start, Michael?
Okay, one sec. Let me do this one last thing.
Okay.
I haven't quite figured out how to do two things at once yet.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that. So maybe if any one of you has some pain, you might want to write it in the chat box for me. I'm just going to get a pen so that I can keep track of it. You might want to write it in the chat box for me. I'm just going to get a pen so that I can... What? Do you really? You might want to write it in the chat box for me. I've got 2 weeks ago. Does that count?
All right,
I don't know. Does that count? Where's that coming from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
It's either Michael or you.
All right,
no, my phone is. It's not on my phone. How could it be coming from my computer when I'm just on Zoom?
Hold on, it might be coming. It's coming from me. Hold on. Okay. There.
You just want to listen to me. That's all.
Right.
Irish accent.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. So.
Okay, start.
He doesn't have a Pablo, but he's got an Allie O'Shea. I think that surpasses a Pablo. So anybody got any pain in their body or physical or emotional that they need help with? Hi, Diana. Do you want to put it in the chat box or raise your hand? Debbie is raising her hand. I can see. Did anyone else raise their hand there? Debbie is, Michael. Can you see that?
Oh, I see Debbie. Okay. Yeah, I can now. All right. So let's bring Debbie on and then we'll take a minute, share my story, and then we'll go back to doing some more people. Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay, hi Debbie.
Hi.
How are
Can you
you?
hear me?
Yeah?
Oh, good.
Hi, Debbie.
Took me forever to get on here.
Hi.
Hi.
It didn't take you forever.
It's long. I just wanted to let you all know that I have done a self-healing with Michael, which I've shared with Michael. And I'm very ultimately happy to learn that I can do it myself.
So, okay guys, this is awesome because Debbie, tell everybody your experience.
My experience was yesterday when I first really tried it, because I have watched Michael's healing videos. Now, yesterday I laid down to take a nap, and my lower back was hurting. And usually I just deal with it. But I thought of Michael, and I thought of his healing video. So I concentrated and took my brain straightly to my back. And it took a little while because you've got to learn to concentrate as far as I'm concerned. And all of a sudden it stopped hurting. And I really was surprised because if you can heal yourself timely, I mean, it's not going to, I think maybe I'll have to do it every time my back hurts. Is that right?
Well, eventually, if you do it enough, your back won't hurt.
Oh, cool. I would like that because when I do gardening, it's heck. Anyway, huh?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
So anyways, just real quick. So I was laying down and I noticed my left sinus makes me cough, and I do it every night. I cough and cough and cough. So I tremendously concentrated on my left sinus down to where I'm going to cough. And I concentrated. Do you know I stopped coughing? And I still didn't do it this morning. I didn't do it last night. My back doesn't hurt. I actually slept like a baby.
That's cool.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled. I hardly can believe it. Love you, Michael. Thank you, Allie.
Well, love you too. And so this is what this is really, about, is empowering people to do what we're already capable of doing. Right?
Yeah.
Now,
I think the brain is so magnificent. Can we heal our brain in certain extents when we have a problem?
well, we can heal anything. Okay, so here, let me see if I can, because when I was running today, I was thinking about some things. So healing is probably always instant, or our body is always healing, right? But because of our life experiences and also because of our perception, we limit the ability for the body to do what it's already capable of doing, right? So I already know that it's possible because I instantly healed myself. But I still have to continue to fight my own disbelief or everybody else's disbelief or whatever that is that slows that process down. Right? Whether it's my perception of time or my perception of aging or my perception of what should happen after I go run 13 miles and haven't been training, right? So we're always trying to get back to that place where healing is instant.
I think it's amazing.
Well, I do too. That's why.
You know what I first went through is Charlie Goldsmith or Gold. Yeah. And are you before him, after, or with him? Because that's where I first started learning about healing.
Yeah, I mean it's all similar stuff. I mean,
yeah,
it's possible because it's possible.
Well, he's requesting that the healers come out.
Yeah,
and do more for people.
We're all the healers.
You mean ourselves?
Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
The person is always healing themselves, right? I'm only allowing it to be a little bit easier for people because I'm bringing my belief or my knowing or my encouragement into that situation, right? So if I already know that you can heal, all I'm really doing is convincing you to know that you can heal. So whether it's through a one-on-one or a video or a group or whatever it is, right? I'm just getting you to the point to where you believe that it's possible.
And that's in your teaching, and I certainly have learned a lot, and I am healing. I can't believe it.
That's amazing, isn't it? And the thing is, Michael is actually going to be starting a group very soon with regards to teaching more and more how he does this to people, which is fantastic. Like, it's so exciting that he's going to be able to teach a group of you, whoever wants to do it, because anyone can become a healer. I mean, I'm a healer too, but
you know, I can heal somebody else? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Well, yeah. So I already have taught people in a group setting, and I was looking to see if Helen was on here yet. So Helen is the mother of Trisha. Trisha was in a car accident in 2013 and was paralyzed from the waist down. Now we've already gotten it to where Trisha can kick her leg, but Helen and Trisha have been able to take what I have shared, and Helen sent me a message just a couple days ago, and Helen and Trisha have focused on one of Helen's daughters who has migraines, and her migraine went away. And one of her other daughters has hearing aids, and she was able to hear her name for the first time in forever how long. But when I see her come on here today, because she said she would.
Just a thought. You know, I have the problem with Erica. Now, can I talk to her over the phone after maybe a group with you or a talk that I can talk to Erica and try and, because she's so busy, and I tried to get her on, but she's.
Thought I lost her today.
Yeah, and yeah.
Put a different
of course.
thing on her.
I mean,
and I thought I wasn't sure if it clicked or not.
Okay, I'll let you go to someone else.
Okay, I just was trying to see where that background sound was coming from. Okay, all right, thanks, Debbie.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Thanks, Debbie.
Allie.
Yeah, there's loads of people watching on Facebook, so we just want to give a few shout outs to Kim, who's in New York, Caroline, Mattu, Sandra Larson. Just keep watching. If you don't understand what's going on, you will soon find out. This Wapriya, hello, how are you? Kim, Amber, Brandy, Cindy. Cindy Skyo on Facebook says, my legs are paining, my throat is hurting, and I'm going through some emotional pain with someone very close. Paul, I wonder, could you put the link on my Facebook Live, please, for the Zoom link? And maybe if Cindy would like to, she can come on to the live here with us and have some healing. Sylvia Ferrari's watching, Caroline Byrne D'Souza, Mark Cheeseman, Pauline Brown. Hello to you all. Rachel Golan, April Phoenix, Diane Morgan Williamson. She's actually here with us on here, but it says she's on Facebook. Dieter is on as well. Hello. So thank you all so much for joining, and to anyone who's just joined here, I see Joe and Taz have joined on here, and Vivian Padilla. Hi Vivian. Hi Joe. Welcome to you all. Sandi, Michael, has a bulging disc and sciatic nerve pain, and she's here on the call.
Okay, so we'll bring Sandi on in 1 second. I just wanted keep talking for 1 second because I want to see if I can find this person that messaged me yesterday.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So somebody had, and I don't know if you saw in the comments, somebody had posted a picture of their x-ray.
Yes, I did.
Do you know what her name was?
I don't know what her name was, but was it not in your focused intention group?
I thought it was on your page, but I messaged her because I wanted her to come on today because
I'm pretty sure it was on your Facebook page, Focused Intention, which, by the way, you're all welcome to join. It's a group that Mikael has, and he's also got a page.
Okay, keep talking. I'm going to keep looking.
Yeah, I'm looking for you as well. So I'm just checking in your group, but I can't remember exactly where I saw it. But, you know, everybody can heal themselves. I'm also a healer, as I've said, and I've healed myself out of 25 years of depression, suicidal thoughts, and I've had back issues and I've had a back surgery, and I've had problems since then on and off, and have been able to take the pain away for a time myself. Now it does come back every now and again, but you know, these things happen.
Okay, I can't find, but if the person who posted a picture of their x-ray is listening or watching.
It wasn't Pascal, was it?
No, we weren't.
No, and yeah, I can't remember.
Not sure. So,
okay,
do you want to tell a little bit more of your story, or do you want to just go to Sandi?
No. Let me just briefly tell my story. I'm still trying to recoup from the run this morning. So, all right.
Well, maybe we should just do some dancing and energize you first, like the Energizer Bunny.
The dancing? I don't know if I should dance yet.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. Tell your story.
Wait, maybe it was it Sylvia? Sorry. Okay. So all right. So three years ago, I had just had a back surgery. I had an 8.5 millimeter protrusion in L4, L5 and I had lost 3 inches off of my quad. And it had been 2.5 years of pain and doctor's appointments. And it started out, I mean, in the beginning, I didn't have insurance, and then I had insurance, and then I had to wait a certain amount of time. And I had one back surgery, and then 3 weeks later, I found out that I had herniated the same disc. And then they decided that I should have my hips x-rayed, and found out that I had not only bilateral impingements in my hips, but that I'd also had torn labrums in my hips, and I was going through a divorce. So at that moment, I felt like I was out of options. You know, the hip doctor wanted me to do my back and then get into shape for 6 months or a year before he would do my hips. And for 2.5 years, it had felt like I was getting kicked in the groin all day long, every day. And so at that point of no longer willing to operate in that system of, you know, just waiting for the next doctor's appointment, I decided that, well, I didn't quite decide yet, but I left town. I went 2.5 hours out of town. I hiked up to a river. I put all my pain in a rock. I threw the rock in a river, and it was all gone. So one moment I had all those things, and the next moment I didn't have all those things. So
Mikael, you need to explain about the rock, that it wasn't really the rock.
Well, I was going to get to that, but yes, the rock just allowed me to let go of everything that I'd been holding on since the time of probably my first injury. So I've had 7 right knee surgeries, 2 left knee surgeries, 2 broken ankles, a torn quad, 2 torn hamstrings, and then the back and the hip stuff, right? So the first injury was when I was 15. I got undercut and broke my kneecap playing basketball. But what happened after that was I started making poorer choices in my life. So before that, I was pretty committed to sports because I was all state in 3 sports. But in that moment of, you know, the doctor saying it was going to be 6 months before I could run again, and at, you know, 6 months seemed like the rest of my life. And so I made a poor choice to start drinking, which was in disharmony with who I was, which then allowed or played into my years of injuries. So if I was a pitcher in baseball, that disharmony would have probably showed up as like an elbow or a shoulder injury. But because I was playing lower body sports, that disharmony just opened me up for more leg injuries. So part of the pain was just me holding on to everything, right? So being highly empathic, but operating very sympathically. Once I decided my life wasn't going to turn out the way that I wanted it to, because I spent 10 years addicted to drugs and alcohol and 2 years in prison. And that whole time thinking that I will just take everybody else's pain, so maybe their life doesn't have to be quite as bad.
Yeah.
But the rock just allowed me to let go of all of that stuff and not think that it was going to go back into somebody else.
Cool.
Right?
That's
And
pretty
so,
amazing story.
yeah, it is awesome. But I mean, I guess the most amazing thing is that it allowed me to see what was possible, and it has allowed me then to help others heal as well. Because the day before I tried to go paddleboarding and I couldn't stand up on a paddleboard. As soon as I drove back to Portland, I paddleboarded across the Columbia River. So I have a direct reference of something must have changed, because one moment I couldn't do something and the next moment I was doing it. But in that experience, I then found that I was able to focus my intention on other people, and they were able to start to heal as well. So when I continue to see it in other people, it reinforces that actually happened to me.
Yeah. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Okay. So who was the person that had the
Sandi.
Sandi?
But before you go to Sandi, just before you go to Sandi, can I just say Cindy Kyo is watching on Facebook. I have answered her, but Cindy, you don't have to come on Zoom with your camera if you don't want to, but do come on the Zoom call. And the way that you do that is you click the link, but make sure that you've got the Zoom app installed on whatever device you're using, whether that's an iPhone or tablet or whatever it is, okay? So you're more than welcome to come and join us. Is somebody unmuted there?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, maybe that's Galaxy A5 2017.
Oh, I think Galaxy was a friend of Rob Lee Buckman's and was on the last time. Remember? And
that was a different Galaxy, I think.
oh, okay. I know Joe has his hand up as well, but so Sandy's next, and then Steph, and then Joe, okay? So we've got a lineup going here.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome.
Hi, Sandi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Okay,
Hi,
so
Sandi.
just tell me a little bit about what you have going on.
So I've spoken to you before, maybe a few months ago now. But yeah, for me, over a year, I've had nerve pain going down my left leg. That's been pretty consistent.
Okay. So, and is it just the nerve pain, or is there other pain with that?
It's from the lower back going down the left leg mostly, and the hips are really quite tight. And also I get a lot of tension and that kind of stuff in the shoulders and the head.
And so does that limit your mobility? Does that prevent you from doing things?
Yeah, I can't touch my toes. I'm usually quite flexible and everything's so tight and seized up that, yeah, definitely restrictions in movement. And it just hurts.
Yeah.
To be active sometimes.
Yeah. So right now, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say the pain is?
Probably around a 6.
Okay. And do you want to just, if you're comfortable, just stand up for a second and just check your flexibility so we kind of have a...
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, we don't all have to see you do it.
No, yeah,
Okay,
I was just going to say, you don't need to bring your phone with you.
Just wait.
So there's 30 people on here on Zoom Live, which is pretty awesome sauce. There's lots of people. So welcome to everybody that's joining. Hi, Taz. And Mattu's here. And Jennifer Green. And anyone else we haven't said hello to everybody.
Yeah, and we should probably abbreviate that awesome sauce and just bring it down just to awesome.
No. You might lose your host.
All right. Okay, so Sandi, I just relax for me for a moment, okay? Allie, remember this is when you were going to play the music in the background, right? So it wasn't so awkward.
Well, I thought I might like to sing a song, but you haven't heard me sing yet, Michael.
Stick it on
Mr. What? I don't have it. Can we stick on some Vegas music?
Sandi, what do you notice now?
I feel a slight reduction of tension, I guess, in the shoulders, but I definitely still feel the pain going down the leg.
Yeah. Okay, so just relax again for me. All right, so what about now?
A slight reduction.
So just stand up for a moment and just check your flexibility one more time.
Can you hear the birdies singing?
The what?
Can you hear the birdies singing?
I can't.
Oh, your hearing must need to be checked.
What?
Felt keen.
What do you notice now?
Yeah, I could go down slightly lower.
Okay. All right, so relax again for me. All right, so what do you notice now, Sandi?
It's eased up again just a little bit.
Say that one more time. I didn't quite catch what you said.
Yeah, it's eased up a little bit again.
So now, like on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you say it is?
Maybe like a 4.5.
A 4.5. That's pretty specific. Are you sure it's like not a 4.25?
It could be.
All right. Okay. So I'm just going to focus on your flexibility, okay? Because then I'm going to have you stand up and check your flexibility again. All right. Okay. So relax again.
Hey, Robley, no, that was not Paul. Paul is using his normal name today. He's decided to be normal today instead of Spanish. So for anybody watching on Facebook that wants to come on here for a healing, the link is actually in the Facebook video. Paul posted it. So you're welcome to come on for a healing.
All right, Sandi, try that now.
All right.
No, Robbie, that wasn't Paul singing. I believe Michael can sing, though. I've just been told by Ellie that Michael can sing.
That was a long time ago.
When were you going to drop that little nugget there?
That was when I wasn't so robotic.
Oh, okay. But now that you've become a robot, it doesn't work?
Not as well.
We might do the robot dance.
Okay, Sandi, what did you notice?
Yeah, I could definitely go down a bit lower.
Okay, and now what's on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you say the pain is?
A 3?
A 3? All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to come back to you in just a minute, Sandi, because I just want you to just kind of take it all in for a moment. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So how long has this nerve pain stuff been going on?
Nearly 2 years.
Okay. And so like the most important thing to remember too is, right, if we can get it to go from a 6 to a 3, then we can get it to go from a 3 to a 0, right? If the flexibility can improve a little bit, right, it can continue to improve.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes a little bit more effort, right? And it probably goes from a 6 to a 0 and back to a 3, or a 6 to a 0 and back to a 4.5, or whatever it is that we can accept at that moment in time. And not just you, but a combination of you and me. Because all I'm doing is offsetting whatever disbelief that you have, and not necessarily consciously, but subconsciously, right? Like I'm holding that possibility there long enough so that you're able to tap into that possibility, right? So when things have been a certain way,
that's me.
What's that?
Sorry, that was me, because I'm going back to the Facebook video, so sorry, you were talking.
It's all right. So if things have been a certain way for so long, we start to think that that's how it's always going to be. So when things start to change a little bit, then all of a sudden there's more possibilities available for you, right? And sometimes our perception of it working is not necessarily correct, because we see everything on time, right? But it's probably always working. It just might not be working fast enough so that we can see that it's working. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to check back in with you in just a minute, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks, Sandi. Cool.
All right.
So Sylvia Ferrari said that she was getting on there, so I'm not sure if she's joining us. Is she? Hi, Sylvia. That's another one of my tribe. She got on. Okay. So there's still lots of people watching on Facebook, guys. If you would like to join the live Zoom call, you can do so with or without video. You don't need to be on video. If you have any pain in your body, whether it's physical or emotional, let's get you on here and see if we can help.
Okay. Who's up?
Who's up next? Steph. Steph has excess weight. She just said right knee, left shoulder, and right hand. So I presume she has problems with all of them.
Okay, I'm just trying to find her here on the screen so I can unmute her.
I don't actually see her on the screen.
Is she not on here anymore?
I don't know. Is she maybe not a video participant?
Well,
Can you hear me?
There she is.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Okay. Oh, that's why, because there's two. Everybody doesn't fit on one screen now. Okay. Steph.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So left knee, right something, left something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just excess weight. I texted you about it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, awesome. Okay, I remember now. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you came. So let's focus on the physical stuff. The what was it? Left knee, right?
It's my right knee. This has just started happening within the last maybe 6 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm having trouble going up and down stairs.
Okay.
And if I kneel on it, it hurts. And sometimes it seizes up.
Okay.
I'm just losing kind of mobility in my right knee.
Okay. So let's focus on the right knee for a second, okay?
Okay.
And like I was, saying earlier, like sometimes when life starts to get really difficult,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it starts to do this to us, and we get to this point thinking that nothing's ever going to change.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's weight or the knee or whatever it is, right? We think, well, this is how it's always going to be. So let's figure out the best way to navigate this life until we're no longer here, right?
Yeah.
So part of this, right, like what I'm doing is showing people that there's more possibility than what you might have previous thought was possible, right? So if the knee can all of a sudden get better, right, then that means everything can get better.
Yeah.
Right? Some things just take a little bit more effort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just relax for and let's just focus on the knee for a sec. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Steph, what do you notice now?
Well, the best way to tell is if I get on my knee.
Okay.
Yeah, it still hurts. I can't kneel on it.
Okay. Same, different?
About the same.
Okay. Do you have stairs?
I'm just in my bedroom.
Do you have stairs
Oh,
in your
yeah, I
house?
do have stairs. Yeah.
Okay. So just relax for a second, because then I'll probably have you try and walk up and down the stairs real quick, okay?
Okay.
So I'm just going to give a shout out to some people on Facebook that are watching. Kathy Garcio, who I want you to send some healing to later on, please, Michael. Donna Kiernan, Lizzie Deegan, Laurie Anderson. Hi guys, you're more than welcome to come join us on the actual Zoom call.
All right, so Steph, before you get up or anything, what do you notice?
I don't really notice anything unless I kneel. So I can either kneel or go up and down stairs, but
And maybe not specifically with the knee, just overall.
just some emotional stuff. Just some feelings I think that are coming to the surface, some fear.
Right. So instead of going to walk up and down the stairs right now, just sit for a moment and let's just let all that kind of work its way out. Okay.
Okay.
And that's the reason I asked that. Like, what do you notice? Not necessarily like, what do you notice with your knee? Just overall.
Yeah.
Because the experience is different for everybody.
Mhm.
But the important thing is that when we notice something changes, that we recognize that changes are happening, right?
Yeah.
So whatever that emotional stuff is, I mean, it's all part of it, right? So at a fundamental level, there's only balance and a little less balance, or harmony and a little less harmony, right? So when we come back into harmony, all that stuff that causes the disharmony, it has to go as well. So it's different for everybody, since we can't, see what the disharmony is, right? But we notice when things are changing, because obviously you're feeling some sort of an emotional response to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just relax again for me, okay? All right. So what do you notice now?
I'm feeling more calm.
So just stand up for a moment and just see how that feels when you stand up.
Well, I don't feel anything when I walk.
Okay.
Is that because you were already numb, or is that just because?
Well, what I did was I did get on my knee, and it hurt badly, and and so I could get on my knee again and see,
Okay. I'd probably rather have you do the stairs first before you.
Okay.
Because sometimes when I get on my knees, it hurts.
Get on your knees and pray, hey?
Well, I was just going to say, because somebody's ordering me to get on my knees is probably why it hurts.
Okay.
So while you're doing that, Steph, I'm going to unmute Mary.
Hey.
Hey, so you want to tell us a little bit about your daughter real quick?
Yeah, so Annie's not here right now, but she's the girl who posted a link to a song that she'd composed for Michael. So her wrist had been hurting pretty badly for probably 4 weeks. And, I'm also in the healing world and have learned a lot of different ways of moving energy and encourage people to heal. And she's my one child who's just super resistant to help from me. So I reached out to Michael and asked him if he'd be willing to try, give it a go. And she was actually open to it, but very, very guarded and hesitant. And I was just proud of her for being willing to give it a try. And Michael worked on her a few times, and her pain was able to release. And
Sorry, Mary, your sound is very low.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how to change that on my side.
It's better now that you're talking a
Talk
little
louder.
bit. Yeah,
That's
I
better.
think I see two spirit children in the back.
We've got a house
kid.
full today. Say hi,
Hi,
you
kid.
guys.
Hey. Hello.
Happy Saturday.
So after the pain left her wrist, she pretty much immediately went to her piano, and she's a composer, and she'll spend hours a day just composing and playing. And she just went after that piano with everything she had, and she said, my wrist feels good. And so it was awesome. So she asked Michael, what song do you want me to compose for you? And Michael came up with a good one, and she had that composition done within an hour. So she's really grateful. Yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm grateful.
Michael, is that what you were talking about yesterday to me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And next, I need to have her teach me how to play the piano.
Yeah. Well, it's all heart,
Yeah.
That girl plays from her heart.
Well, awesome. Okay. Well, thanks for I just wanted to bring you on, Sharon. Thanks for helping out, and thanks to have the kids in the background.
See you, kids. Thanks, Mary. Bye.
Okay.
So Debbie said to tell you that Erica wants a one-to-one with you, please, instead.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll message you afterwards, and we'll figure that out.
Okay.
So
Joe is still experiencing some. Oh, you haven't got back to Steph. Where is she?
I can see her. Steph, you back?
Yeah,
Okay. So how you feeling?
it's still a little tender, probably a 2 where it was a 5.
Okay. And then how was it when you tried walking up and down the stairs?
Yeah, that's where I'm feeling.
Okay. All right.
Probably.
So relax one more time for me, okay?
Okay.
All right. So now try that and see. But how are you feeling overall now?
I felt some emotion coming right there,
Okay.
but I'm really, honestly, I don't think I feel it. It's maybe less than a 1, just barely.
Well, I'm glad you were being honest and not dishonest, right?
Yeah, it's definitely gone down.
Okay. So, okay, one last time, okay? Just relax.
Okay.
All right. So, and this is what I want you to remember, Steph, right? Is if this can change, right?
Yeah.
Then everything can change. Right?
Right.
So, like, this should be an amazing experience, right? Because I know that I think you messaged me yesterday, right? And things weren't all that great.
Yeah.
Right? So this is just showing you that things can be a lot better than how they were yesterday or how they were this morning. Right? Now, it might take a little bit of work, to get there, but it's possible now.
Yeah.
Right? Because if the knee pain can go away, and if you can walk up and down the stairs now without pain, then all the other stuff can change as well.
Yeah.
Right? And then also, if sometimes it takes a few times to get things to really stay, because life is difficult, environment's tough, right? I don't know what situation that you go back into after we're done talking, right? But it's just like me deciding to run a half marathon without really training. I ran like 3 or 4 times leading up to it, but I'm having to battle my own disbelief as well as everybody else's, right? Because what does everybody else say? Oh, well, you're going to be so sore tomorrow. You should have trained more, or whatever it is that, they say, right? We're
Self-limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're always trying to maintain that balance and that harmony, right? That's why, it sometimes takes effort to keep it there.
Exactly.
And when we're in tough situations and we change, the people around us don't necessarily enjoy that feeling of us changing.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So make sure, if we don't talk before the end of the call, will you just make sure and message me later and just let me know how you're doing?
I sure will. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Steph.
it. Okay.
Bye.
Thanks.
So, Tristine Kane, I'm not even going to try to pronounce your surname, but tried to get on Zoom and couldn't. So, Tracine, if you could download the Zoom app on whatever device you're using, you should be able to. If not, you could always join Michael's Focused Intention group. I'm not sure why you can't get on. So Joe was with us last time, Michael, and
Yeah.
he was experiencing some pain still.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. So do you have a list of everybody?
Yeah, at the moment I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I want to try here is I want to just try doing everybody at once.
Debbie has said, thank you. You are so sweet. I like the way you candor with Michael. We smile. Thanks, Debbie.
Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to try doing everybody at once. So what I want everybody to do, and whether you're on the Zoom call or on Facebook or you watch this now or you watch it later, right? I mean, the results can always be the same, right? So if I'm focusing on one person, it's not, well, let's just say Taz, for example, right? Because I can just see her right here, right?
And she's holding space for everybody.
What's that?
She said she's holding space for everybody.
Okay, so I was just using her as an example though. Hi, Taz. Is like if I'm focusing on Taz, that doesn't mean that belief or that knowing that I'm holding there is only for Taz, right? Since we're all capable of all the possibilities, right? We're all able to accept that possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that Mary's, like, she has got just a group going there. Okay, so what I want everybody to do is everybody just focus where you would like your attention, where you'd like the healing, and I'm just going to hold that in this space. And then as soon as anybody starts to notice anything, I want people to start to comment, because I want to see when people start to comment how much more effective that makes it. Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
We got it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so everybody just relax. So Allie, who were the people that had written what?
So I presume Joe still is having issues from last time. Jennifer has autoimmune disorders, scoliosis, pain in right hip, lower back, severe mobility issues, and more. Amy has digestion and acid reflux, stomach muscle, burning pain, anxiety, tumor in thyroid. Lorena just wants to find her joy. Hi, Christine Marie. Hi, Scott Leosi. And Mairead Nivrada. Just in case you don't know, that's Irish. Nivrada.
Okay, so if people can just comment what they noticed in that, and maybe not physical, maybe not just physical, just overall.
Hi, Eddie and Zoe. And there's Helen. Zoe said she had a warm sensation. Jennifer said her neck is releasing. So a warm sensation, felt joy, grew from my belly. Oh, what's that?
That's an echo.
Oh, yeah. Eddie says hi. Hi, Eddie. Welcome.
Okay. So let's go to the, and hey, Zoe, thanks for showing up. I know she's been wanting to be on here. She's just had trouble with all her. Okay, why don't you just tell, hi, Zoe, I unmuted you.
Hiya.
Hi, Zoe.
I look at these and I never get to because my children are noisy, but my husband's home. Yay. So.
Awesome.
Yay.
Well,
Yay
I know
for husbands.
Yeah, I know that you've been meaning to, to get on. I'm glad that he was available to take care of the kids. But obviously, I mean, Mary, she just lets her kids go crazy around her and she comes on anyway.
I usually have to get up after my littlest. He's only like 5 months old and he's moving all over already. And
Yeah.
He's chaos. And then my other one is potty training. So, and there's messes all the time, it seems, when I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
Well, thanks. I just wanted to say hi. Thanks for coming. And I know you'd like to participate as well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Diane said, wow, I've been feeling depressed for the last couple of days and just focused on my heart. And I feel a huge relief.
Yeah. And Jane said, feeling better in my heart. Mattu said, less pain. And Helen has joined us.
I want to bring Mattu on. Where is she?
She's there. She's waving.
I know.
Wave again, Mattu.
I see her. Okay. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing really well. The things you said about things reoccurring and then being less painful is what I'm experiencing. When something comes about that's more of emotion, then it reminds me. I feel a little bit more pain, but it doesn't stay. So what I've been doing is doing the meditation whenever something happens, wherever I am.
I hope it's one of mine, Mattu.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, of course I do your meditation. I'm speaking to what I'm learning with Michael. And no, I meditate twice a day, plus do the practice that Michael is showing us. And yes, I have done your meditation.
Excellent.
And, yeah. So the more I do it, the less pain I have, the less occurrences come, and I'm free. Sometimes I have to actually pay attention that I'm free. And I'm going, oh, okay, well, that's gone. So it's working. It works for me. And because I have a clarity about being more healthy, and if that means that I have to slow things down, take a nap, and visualize again the cells that are repairing my body. I actually see them and I see colors. I see gold, yellow. Yesterday I saw this blue like I have on now. And so I pay attention to those things because it tells me that something is going on for me to understand that the healing is happening. So I'm having less pain. Walking is better. I took a walk early this morning and I was okay. So those are indications to me that things are progressively getting better and better and better, and I do look forward to when it's gone, but in the meantime, I have access to helping myself, which is what I learned from you. And also from Abraham, because Abraham does say that all the time, that we're powerful beings and that we can heal ourselves. And you said it this morning when you were talking about, I'm just showing you that you have the ability to do this on your own.
Right.
Yeah. So it works. You know, it's wonderful to know and understand the power that we have, that I have, and the ability I have to help myself.
Right. And it would make this pretty difficult if I didn't know somebody was capable of doing something.
Yeah.
This would take a lot more effort on my part.
Yeah.
But since I already know that we're capable of doing this, all I'm having to do is just encourage the person until they are able to believe themselves.
That's right.
So I know that you've had some knee replacements and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. Two.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't have 3, because I think most people have 2 legs, right? Okay. So, all right, but let's just focus on your knees for a second, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so just relax for me for a sec. All right, so you want to try standing up and just seeing how that feels?
Yeah, but I don't want to be on camera.
You don't have to be.
I can tell you right now, it's gone, because I feel the difference in my knee area right away, and right now it's gone. Because the skin is so close to the knee replacement, it sometimes gets irritated. You know what I mean? So right now, I don't feel that at all. It's gone.
Okay, so do you want to just get up and move around for a minute and then come back?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn this. I don't want to.
But Mattu, you might be meeting Mikael in Vegas, because now you're coming to Vegas too.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to Vegas, Michael? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Possibly. In the realm of all possibilities, isn't that it?
It's gone, Michael. It's gone.
Awesome. So
it's gone. It's gone.
That's brilliant.
So that's what I experienced, you know, it's gone or something. I actually wanted to say something. I forget who it was that was going through the emotional stuff.
Yeah.
Because that brings the pain. That does, you know, so whenever I'm feeling out of sync, you know, or something is going on, it shows up. And that's when I get the signal to stop and to get into vision and seeing the cells helping me. And I talk to them too. I talk to the cells. So, and then I feel better. So what I know is that our emotions do cause us to get out of sync with who we really are when we're feeling very healthy. You know what I mean?
Hey, Mattu, Christine Marie said she loves you madly.
Oh, who said that?
Christine Marie.
Oh, hey, Christine Marie.
She's on Facebook watching.
Oh, love you too. So from what I learned from you, and continue to learn from Abraham and Allie and all these other beautiful people, is that it all combines together. It is something that if we notice it, then we got it. And we can never forget it, and we'll know how to do for ourselves and get well. And the thing that I know is that there are periods when you're going to feel superior, and then when your emotions come into it and something is going on emotionally, you might see it show up, but it doesn't mean it's going to stay. And the reason why it's not going to stay is because now we know how to take care of ourselves, you know, how to go into that visualization. And then it gets less and less and it goes away. Just like when you did with me now, it went away. I got up. I didn't even have a problem getting up.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, and so that's, I mean, that, you know, that's kind of what this is about as well, right? Like once we know what something feels like, it's a lot easier to get back there.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I've had 7 right knee surgeries, right? After the 3rd meniscus tear, every knee injury was a meniscus tear. But as soon as I called the doctor and scheduled an appointment for surgery, the knee felt better because he doesn't know the difference between the previous experience or the next experience. So it started operating as if I've already had the surgery.
Wow. Yeah.
Right? So once you know what this feels like, it's much easier to get back here.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you get to a place, I got to a place. I got to the place where I believe it. So if you get to that place, it's a done deal. Then from there, it's just progression of your health coming back and being able to stay in a place where you're less suffering, less pain. Yeah.
Well, and I would say that when you get to a place of knowing,
yes,
that's when it is permanent.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're doing, we're building belief into knowing.
Yes.
Right. Like I know that it's possible because I instantly healed myself. Right. I continue to exercise that knowing when I see other people heal themselves as well.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I wanted the girl on here today that sent me that posted the picture of her x-ray of her neck, right? Like she doesn't think there's any other options because she sent me the picture showing, you know, that she had some pins and plates or whatever in it, right? And thinks that she has to be in pain the rest of her life. But I already know that she doesn't need to, not only because of my own experience, but I've already helped somebody that sent me their x-ray that looked even worse than that one.
Wow.
Right, and they don't have pain in their neck anymore, right? So I know that it's possible because of me, but also because of other people.
Yeah.
So, and I can use that knowing in many different things. Like when I was running today, right? I already know that running 13.1 miles is possible because there's a bunch of people there running it. Right? Now, everybody might do a little bit different preparation, right? Some people want to do things really physically, right? And need all the supplementation and all of that stuff, right? But it's usually a combination of physical and mental, right? We could probably do everything mentally if we had enough time to set aside to just that, right?
Yes.
Right. So we can use everybody else's belief or everybody else's knowing for us as well, because we're all the same, right? Like if you can feel better, right? I know that you're special, but you're no more special than anybody else.
That's right.
Right. So everybody is capable of it.
I think part of it is that we humans believe more in the pain than we do in the recovery of the pain. You know, we live with it so long, we figure, well, here comes that pain again, let me take this pill, let me do this thing, let me do that. And subsequently, we're really trying to find ease and less suffering. But we got to let go of hanging on to the pain too, because that's part of the emotional part of not getting well.
Yeah. And because
go ahead.
Because time isn't a constant, right? Like miracles happen because one moment is different than the next moment in time.
Yeah.
Right? So the only thing that connects us to the last moment in time is usually only our worst or negative thinking, right? Because we think that everything that we have done has something to do with that moment in time. So we hold ourselves accountable, or we blame ourselves, or we can't forgive ourselves, right? But since each moment in time is its own unique moment in time, as soon as the information changes, the energy does something totally different. So
Yeah.
one moment I had torn labrums, the next moment I didn't, right? So it wasn't necessarily a healing process. It was just one moment it wasn't, and the next moment it was.
Yeah.
Right? The only thing I needed to do at that point was work to keep it healed. Right? Because as soon as I had a twitch and I wanted to think it was anything other than a twitch, I could have brought that pain back. Right?
Yeah.
If I said, oh my gosh, here we go again, must not have worked, right? Then I could have brought it back. But luckily, in that moment, I had enough awareness to know that each moment is its own moment. So evaluate it as if it's new, right? Like we tend to want to know what everything is based on what things were in the past.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So just like the knee, if I have a twitch in my knee, it must be a meniscus tear because that's what it was the last time I had a twitch in my knee.
Yeah, I pay attention to those words because Abraham is always saying it. Stop looking in the past. Stop looking in the past. Because that's what we know. But if we stop looking in the past around these issues of pain or suffering or whatever that suffering is, whether it's physical or mental, whatever it is, if we stop looking at it like that, then something new, like you said, comes across and it stays longer, and eventually it starts to wear down and you're not thinking about pain anymore.
Right.
That's part of it, you know? For me, I know I experience it like that.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to move on to Joe. I'm going to meet you, but thank you. This is the first time we've talked, but you're one of my biggest fans.
Yes,
see you later,
Mattu. I appreciate you, Michael. I really do. I want to be part of that group that you're forming.
See you later, Mattu.
Okay. Where's Joe?
Before you go to Joe, I need to tell you something. So what do I need to tell you? I need to tell you that Jennifer really would love some one-on-one. So instead of it just being group focus, could we do her after Joe if you're going to go to Joe next? Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for Joe. Oh, I see Joe. Joe, I just unmuted. Joe.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right, Joe. So tell us what's going on.
Well, I've been watching your videos and I've been doing, trying to work on my eye, and it has improved some.
Okay.
But it's still kind of long. Still have a ways to go on that. Also, however, I noticed also last week that my knee started hurting.
Okay.
My right knee, and it's kind of, I feel pressure on it.
Okay. So let me think. I'm trying to remember here. Okay. So you have severe diabetes, right?
Yes.
Right, which has affected your feet and your eyes.
Right.
Right. So sometimes like that, like we're fighting against everything that you've been taught to believe, but also everything that everybody around you believes about diabetes, right? Like that it's a life sentence, that it doesn't ever change, it doesn't get better, it just continues to get worse and worse and worse and worse, right?
Yeah. My wife is the opposite belief. She believes it can get better, or I can be healed from it.
For sure, and I believe that you can. right? And I know that you, right, consciously believe that it can. Hi, Vivian. Is that Vivian, right? What's her name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, but what sometimes we're fighting against is not even just your beliefs, but just the beliefs as a whole, right? Because there's you that has it, but also everybody else that has it, that has settled on it never being able to change, right? So when things start to shift and possibilities start to open up, right? Like sometimes all of a sudden, oh, well, you know, now my knee's starting to hurt, right?
Uh-huh.
Really, I don't even know if the knee really is hurting, or it's just the body, the subconscious grasping at, well, I'm not ready for this new possibility quite yet. Starting to hurt, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's focus on the knee and the eyes, okay?
Okay.
So just relax for me for a moment. All right, so Joe, what do you notice now?
Well, I don't feel as much pressure on my knee right now.
Yeah.
My eye's still pretty much the same.
Yeah. So now, last week we were able to get the eye to get quite a bit better, right?
Yeah.
And then all this new information, right, that has been presented to you. Like sometimes if, let's say the eye gets better. If the eye gets better, then the diabetes must get better, right? But it might be a little bit of a stretch for the diabetes to all of a sudden be better because of what everybody understands about diabetes, right?
Right.
So sometimes it's like a tug of war, right? Like we're battling against everybody else's disbelief as well.
Uh-huh.
Right? So that's why, you know, taking time to get into that space of unlimited possibilities, right? So that each time we come out of it with a little bit more belief until we can finally switch that belief to knowing, right? So now let's just focus on the eye again for a second, okay?
Okay.
So I can talk right when you're doing that.
Yeah, even if I said you couldn't, you probably would.
Careful now, might lose your host.
Okay, yeah, you can talk. I'm going to just focus on his eye.
Where's Eddie gone? Has he just disappeared? Ah, there he is. I'm just looking at your profile. It looks pretty cool.
All right, so Joe, what do you notice now?
Notice a little improvement. Things are not looking as distorted as they were.
Well, don't look at Vivian because she's a little distorted. You know? Okay,
and you know what's really funny, Vivian? I didn't even realize that Joe was your husband the last time.
I know, we was laughing.
I know. I didn't either at first. So Joe, what do you notice with your lower body right now?
My lower body, still have a little bit of pressure on my knee.
Okay.
It's almost insignificant.
Yeah. So are you comfortable just kind of standing up and seeing how you feel for a minute?
Sure.
Because I don't want to just hyper focus on the eye. I just want to see how you feel.
He says feels good. Feels normal. He even dancing.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, he has to start singing Viva Las Vegas, Vivian, if you want to come to Vegas.
Oh yes, he have to. Allie said you have to sing Viva Las Vegas.
While you're dancing on that good knee that Michael just helped you fix.
Oh, no, if you want to hear me singing.
Oh, come on. We don't mind you banging out a tune.
Okay, so Joe, let's just continue to work at it, okay?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, but the knee feels a whole lot better.
Yeah. And here's the thing, as soon as we get people that have like similar conditions that start to get better, it then starts to make it easier for other people with those conditions to get better. Right? Like if we were to have you test your blood sugar, right? And then do something and then test it afterwards, and you saw that it could change instantly, right? Then that starts to build belief in the possibility of it continuing to change. Right? Because when we can't see something, it's hard to grasp that it can instantly be different. Right? So that's why sometimes the things that are a little bit more physical, the results will stay a little bit better, right? Because it's hard for us to question. Like if you can't walk up and down the stairs and then the next moment you can, it's going to be hard for you to convince yourself that you didn't do that. And it's going to be hard for everybody else around you to convince you that you didn't do it because you're walking up and down the stairs, right? So the less physical things sometimes take a little bit more work because it's hard for us to grasp that it could instantly change.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I'm still working on it. I'm not giving up. So.
Well, good. That's all we can do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.
Okay, Allie, who is Jennifer? Am I right?
I might just have lost my voice. Yes, Jennifer would love to have a one-to-one kind of here while she's on. She's in a lot of pain. So she has autoimmune disorders, scoliosis, pain in right hip, lower back, severe mobility issues, and more, I believe.
Okay, I'm trying to find her on the screen here. Oh, I see her. She's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, Jennifer.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for taking this time with me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. So, all right. So just tell me just a little bit here about what's going on.
Okay, so I have psoriasis, pustular psoriasis that's really bad on my hands and feet. That's very painful. My worst pain right now is my right hip and the right side of my back all the way up to my neck.
Okay.
And then I also have left wrist pain where I can't do my yoga because every time I put pressure on my hand, my wrist hurts.
Okay.
So I got a few things.
Well, so are you empathic?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, and the only reason I ask is because sometimes these autoimmune things, more often than not, I find that those people are highly empathic, but for whatever reason, they've operated very sympathically.
Got it. Okay.
Right. So like with me, right, I was empathic But I felt what everybody was going through, but instead of allowing them to stay with whatever they were feeling, I decided that, oh, I'm just going to take all of this stuff and claim it as mine. And then at least I could say that I was doing something good for the world, because look at all the stuff that I've taken.
Right.
As soon as I take it and it becomes mine, it's nobody else's. Right. Now I have to deal with it. But the most difficult part of that is that as soon as, let's say that you have a bag of crap and I decide to take it, and then I still feel like I want to help you with your bag of crap because I'm empathic and I feel like I want to help people. And then I come up to you and say, hey, Jennifer, can I talk to you about your bag of crap? Whoops, hold on. And then I still feel like I want to help you with your bag of crap. That must have been good because it had to play twice. All right. Got it. So, and then I say, hey, Jennifer, let's talk about your bag of crap. What do? You look at me like, dude.
You're crazy.
Right, because I have the bag of crap.
Right.
So it makes for some pretty difficult personal relationships that just feed back into that cycle, because as soon as the relationships become difficult, then we want to take more crap, and then we talk about everybody else's crap, and then it's like nobody understands me, because Jennifer becomes this, right? She's way in here, and you know what Jennifer is, but nobody else knows.
Right.
Because you think that you're doing all this stuff, but nobody even sees it because it's like this. So the most important thing is to learn that the most efficient way to interface is to be the example, to be the light, right? It's okay to be empathic. It's great, right? It's okay to know what people are going through, but allow them to keep their bag of crap so that you can talk to them about it.
Right. Yeah, I do feel like I absorb a lot of people's issues and pains. And yeah.
And so when I put all the pain in a rock, right, that wasn't necessarily all of mine, except for that I had claimed it all as mine over the years. But it just allowed me to let all that go, thinking that it was going to go into the rock and not back to whoever I had taken it from. But all it was it just allowed me to interface differently all of a sudden, right? The flow wasn't inward, it was all of a sudden outward.
Right.
Okay. So let's just focus on the pain for a second, okay?
Okay.
So where would you say it's the worst?
My right hip and right back.
Okay. And if you want the wrist to stay bad so you have an excuse not to do yoga, we can do that too.
No, okay. I should probably get that better too.
All right. So just relax for me, okay? All right, so what do you notice now?
Let me move around a little bit. Oh, it's definitely getting a little bit better. Wow, I can feel that my right side has actually gone down a little bit. Usually it's so swollen that it's sticking out on my back, but it's actually gone down, which I've never felt before. That's amazing.
All right, so just relax one more time for me, okay?
Okay.
Hello, Christine Marie.
She looks totally different this time than last time.
That's because she's got her bra on. She
All
said,
right.
yes, I do.
So what do you notice now, Jennifer?
Wow, it's almost completely gone, the right hip. Wow. Thank you so much. That is just beautiful.
You're welcome. So we would probably be much more prepared to deal with like physical things if when we went to the doctor or whatever, they said, oh, well, we don't necessarily know what you have, but it's probably soul sickness or something like, instead of starting to put all these things on us that we all of a sudden start to claim as, okay, well, this is the way it's going to be, right? So, somebody that has fibromyalgia, right, is probably, and I'm not going to say 100% of the time, right, but most of the time I've found that highly empathic people operating very sympathically.
Well, that's one of my diagnoses as well, and that's why I don't necessarily say it, because I feel like has something else to do with, the empathic side.
It's soul sickness. It's you being highly empathic, operating sympathically. So nobody really knows who Jennifer is, right? And if nobody knows who Jennifer is, it can become very. I mean, life does, like I said, life does this, right? And all of a sudden, Jennifer's so far in here that she doesn't know how to get out, right? So as soon as that space is provided, right, and we push all that stuff away, now all of a sudden, Jennifer is able to be a little bit more Jennifer than she was 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Now,
which is amazing.
And it might take a little bit of work to maintain it, because when we're so used to doing this, right, taking everything, it's sometimes difficult to make that transition.
Right. Do you recommend doing like protection bubble or,
Well, I would say this. We don't necessarily need to protect ourselves because we are more than our environment. Like we're capable of being more than viruses, more than bacteria, more than negative people. We just choose to be less than or equal to everything else, right? So all I am is the spark to your light. Your light will always be greater than my light, right? Because it's yours. Right, so all you need to be is more you, and then you don't have to worry about all of that stuff. Now, it sometimes takes a little bit of work, because as soon as you don't take everybody's crap, all of a sudden you are the one with the issue.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Right, because all of a sudden everybody has all these bags of crap, and they're like, oh, great, Jennifer, look what you gave us.
Right.
Right? So it takes a little bit of work, and you have to allow everybody to just sit with their crap until they start to realize, oh, wait, maybe this was mine all along.
Right. And I know I'm not doing them any favors by taking it from them.
Right, because they never learn how to deal with it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so how's the
so
wrist?
much.
How's the wrist?
Let's see.
Downward dog.
It still hurts.
Okay, so let's focus on that real quick, okay? Okay, so just relax. All right, now let me try that and see.
It's better. Still hurts a little bit, but it is better.
Okay, relax one more time. All right, so try that.
Much better. Yeah, just a little twinge, but other than that, it's much better.
Cool. Okay, so message me later and just kind of let me know how you're doing, and just remember, if things can feel this much better now, they can continue to feel better.
Right.
Right. And like I said earlier, like, I don't know what happens when you leave here, right? Like, I don't know what the environment around you is like, right? But I do know that if it can feel better now, it can continue to feel better.
Right.
Like, sometimes we get discouraged, right? Like, all of a sudden, wrist hurts again, knee hurts again, hip hurts again, or whatever, right? And then we try and convince ourselves that, oh, it must be me. I'm not worthy, right?
It's never going to get better.
Right. It's only for everybody else. See, I failed one more time, or whatever it is that we convince ourselves, so that we don't have to necessarily put in a little bit more effort than what we're putting in then, right? Because really, this is as much about the experience as it is about the results.
Right.
Right?
It's always about the journey.
Right. And it's a constant. Right? We're always working.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I will message you later.
Awesome. Okay, Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye.
Actually, that's my saying as well. Paul says you're not to forget the sauce or the beans.
I know. I just read it. You guys are silly. How about just cool awesome, or awesome cool, so we don't have to do the sauces and beans or whatever.
Well, you know what? It's nearly bedtime. But before I go, Eddie wants to have a one-to-one with you. He's had some discomfort in his side.
Okay. So, I mean, he can always message me. Okay.
Okay.
I can't even see him. So who else on here?
And Rhea had lung surgery, and she's coughing a lot and she's worried. So if she wants to message you.
For sure.
Awesome sauce.
Okay. So Lorena?
Yes.
Did you had your hand? I sound like a teacher. You had your hand raised?
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can.
Okay, cool. I don't know. I've been through so much. I know everybody has, but I feel like I don't know where my joy in life went.
Okay, well, maybe it didn't even go anywhere. Maybe it's just still there. It just needs to start to come out a little bit more. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just relax for a moment, okay? All right, so what do you notice now?
I'm a little more calm. That's all. Just calm.
Well, I'd say that's quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
So what is it that's keeping you from finding your joy? And you know who's good at finding joy? Allie O'Shea.
Yeah, it's really a choice that we make each and every day, Lorena, when we wake up in the morning, you know, and we need to start to practice gratitude and appreciation. And, you know, I suffered depression for 25 years. I was on suicide for a month in my early 20s. So, you know, if you check out my YouTube channel, it's free to subscribe. There's lots of videos on there that can help you.
Like sometimes when things have been a certain way for so long, it's hard to see anything other than what happened the day before. Right? So every day tends to be like the last day. Right? Because it's easier sometimes just to do what we did yesterday than to think that there's any other possibility of it changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about baby steps as well. It's just about keep getting up and showing up and, you know, finding the positive people around you, people that love you, raising your vibration every single day, all of those types of things.
Maybe I just tried too hard.
Yeah. The thing is that we have to experience the darkness just to experience the light again. That's part of our life cycle. Everybody goes through these ups and downs, and sometimes they're tougher than other times.
Yeah.
So has that lack of joy manifested into any physical symptoms, or is it just?
I have well, my low back hurts sometimes.
How about right now?
No, right now it's fine.
Okay.
I take care of my dad, and he lives with me because my mom passed away 4 years ago. So I feel overwhelmed sometimes because of all the things I have to do, or
Right.
I do.
Can I just say something with that word, Lorena? When you focus on something, it expands in your experience because that's the law of attraction. So if you're talking about feeling overwhelmed all the time and repeating that story, you're going to bring more overwhelm into your life because that's what you're focused upon.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and it all comes down to choice. Right, we always have a choice. We might not think that we have choices, right? But you're choosing to help your dad,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because when we don't think we have a choice, it's very disempowering, right? Like they've already. So let's say genetics, right? They've already proven that through epigenetics that environment is what upregulates and downregulates genes, right? So we're no longer a victim of our parents' genes, right?
Right.
But knowing that is empowering because we can change anything. Right? Some things might be a little bit more difficult, but we still have the ability to change anything. Right? But again, you know, similar to, I can't remember, you know, Jennifer, right? Sometimes being empathic or personal relationships with people we love the most, right? We're more willing to take on all their stuff, right? Like all your dad's stuff is your stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know, I have some days where I think, like, for example, if I don't prepare his meals or you know, do other things, he won't do it. It's like he checked out. When my mom passed away, she was everything to him. So he decided not to do anything anymore. So if there's nothing prepared as far as food or whatever, he won't get up and make an egg, for example. He'll just sit there and watch TV from 8 a.m. or so till 10 p.m. And I've noticed that the more he's just sitting there watching TV and sometimes crashing out, going to sleep, and it's like he's losing his memory, and or he repeats things like, did you remember to pay the bills? And he'll repeat it again. I go, yeah, Dad, yeah, I did. Or I'll have the meal prepped, and finally I found a job, and I've noticed that I have fear of completing my job, fear of not being good enough like others. I don't know, I try my best. And then I come home and
My dad wasn't going to the lunch because he forgot. And I asked him why. He was ready. I don't know. I lost track of time. And I just like, how did you lose track of time if you're just sitting there watching TV? But I know his mind is somewhere else. His mind is not mine. It's different.
Lorena, he's taking the path of least resistance because he's still in grief after your mother has passed away. So he's taking his own path of least resistance. And it's really tough on you, and we can see that. So Michael, can we all maybe send Lorena some healing right now to help just ease with her emotional pain?
Of course. So let's do this. So just relax for us. I'm sure everybody can empathize with her situation, right? Because we've all been in situations that are similar. So really what I'm doing here is, I mean, this isn't outside of like the realm of possibility. This isn't extremely difficult. It's really simple, right? Like my life has sucked enough that I already know what sucky feels like, right? And I've experienced a lot of different things, right? Like 10 years of addiction, 2 years in prison. I've been shot at, I've been kidnapped, I've had a relationship fall apart, right? I've experienced all this stuff, which makes it so that I'm pretty effective at empathizing with people in whatever situation they're in, right? As well as I know that healing can be instant because I instantly healed myself. So I can come into whatever this situation is, knowing that things can change for you. Right? So all I'm really doing is holding that knowing long enough for you to start to know that it's possible. Right? So that's why it's pretty simple to teach. And I know Helen came on here. I can't see her right now, but I mean, they've already started doing it in their family, right? Is empathizing instead of sympathizing, for one, but also knowing that there's more possible than before. And I just hold that there long enough until you start to believe it. Okay, so everybody, let's just focus on Lorena for 1 second. Okay, so just relax for us. So what do you notice now, Lorena?
I feel light tingling on my head. I'm at peace.
So remember what this feels like. But because then you can get back to this place on your own.
I have my days. I have days where I just ignore it, and
yeah.
I understand. I mean, he was with my mom for 50-something years, and I tried to explain to him that it's because I tried to explain to him that she is with us.
That's right, she is, because we are souls.
Right. It's just we don't see.
Yeah.
Because a human form, a human, we can't see with these eyes, but we can feel, because I know she's here.
Absolutely.
Everybody else is,
but Lorena, things are going to get better for you. Things are going to get better for you. You've just got to keep taking a step at a time. And just as Michael said, you know how to get back here now. You know, you are able to get back here now. And there's loads of Michael's videos in his group, and he's starting up a new group to help people teach how to do this, as well. And, You know, there's loads of videos there with the healing already in them. So there's lots of people sending you love here on this video right now and sending you a big hug. So know that you're going to be okay. And this is just a process that you have to go through right now.
And your dad's going to be okay too. But like whatever happens with him, he'll be okay. Like, you know, your mom's here.
Yeah.
Right? So no matter what happens with your dad will be here too.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to allow him to experience whatever it is that he needs to experience. Right? If he can watch the TV, he can probably get his own food.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, he can. It's just, I don't know.
It's just that you want to help him because you feel sorry for him, but you're sympathizing instead of having empathy. Like, understand where he's coming from. Yeah, it must suck, Dad. Right? You know, I don't know if I, know what you're going through, but I know what you'll continue to go through if I continue to do everything for you.
Well, yeah, he's 82, and
Hey, my dad's 83. He could still cook himself an egg.
yeah, well, but this one's rebel.
It's harder for him. He's probably feeling more sorry for himself because he was her husband and isn't realizing that he's causing you this sort of feeling of, as you call it, overwhelmment.
No, I've talked to him. I've cried. I've everything, and he'll say tomorrow. And I go, okay, but then tomorrow came, and then it's like, where's?
But the thing is, Lorena, we're all following our inner guidance system. We've all got a soul. We've all got an inner being, and he's going with what he feels he wants to do in the moment. And he may be being selfish to you without realizing it, but he's obviously in deep grief, and it will come to an end. I mean, grieving never comes to an end, but maybe the situation is what I'm trying to say to you, that you feel you're in right now.
Yeah, I know, and I have to understand that that's how he feels, and
so just keep taking baby steps. You're going to be okay. Rob Lee Buckman has a group on Facebook. It's called Taking Wing, and he's invited you to come visit and help lift your mood. And they've got a mentor program in there, which is free, and you get to buddy up with somebody and they can maybe help you. So maybe that would be something that would be good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And Christine Marie, who is actually one of the admins in that group, has said, when I feel that tickling on my head, it's a sign from my angels and my guides are with me. They are with you as well. I got a sense that your mom is there right now as one of your angels.
Oh, I feel it everywhere I go. That started. Well, I'm a Reiki master, and I don't know. I'm not really practicing that.
Yeah.
But that's another story. But,
cool. Well, just know that you're going to be okay, and you will be all right. Isn't that right, Michael?
Yes, we'll always all be all right. Just like your mom's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But physicality has a way of trying to convince us that we won't be all right.
Yeah, the brain, huh?
Well, the ego doesn't understand eternity, right? All it can say is this physical experience is going to end, and the ego doesn't want it to end without a reason for it to end. So the ego wants us to die of something instead of just all of a sudden not being here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so will you message me and just check in, let me know how you're doing? I mean, Rob Lee, he already said, there's plenty of people on his group. Allie's got a lot of stuff, videos on YouTube and stuff, and there's plenty of people here willing to support you in your experience.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sending you lots of love, Lorena.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
So, who was that? Who's the one with the lung thing? Oh, there she is. She's waving her
Rhea.
hand. I see her. Rhea.
Rhea.
Hi.
All
Hi,
right.
can you hear me?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Rhea.
Okay, it works. Thank you.
Okay, so what do you have going on?
2 years ago, I had lung cancer, and actually, I had my miracle already because I had chemo radiation, and unexpectedly, I also got surgery, which they never do, but to me they did, and everything was free from cancer. But now, 1 year later, I've been coughing a lot, and I think I bruised my ribs, and so from coughing. But because it has to do in the same area, again, I'm worried.
Right.
I'm from Holland, so you hear my accent.
Oh, that's all right. All right. So how often do you cough?
The last 2 weeks, I have several times a day rough coughing. I don't know exactly how to say.
Like once an hour, couple times an hour?
Well, each hour, yes, I do, but sometimes, especially in the morning and at night, some 10 minutes before it's at ease again.
Okay. So, and the only reason I'm asking is because as soon as, let's say, we focus on you, right, and something changes, like until we...
Sorry, my clock.
Is that your clock?
Yeah, it's midnight.
Is it like a cuckoo clock?
In Holland, it's midnight.
Well, I think your clock's 4 minutes slow.
Oh, perhaps. I don't mind.
No. Well, if you don't have anywhere to go, it doesn't really matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the only reason I asked is because if it were to change, then like sometimes we have these perceived time frames in our head, right? Like something changes, but then all of a sudden we're like, oh, well, yeah, but sometimes I don't have pain for a couple days, or somebody with migraines, let's say, right? If there's been times when they haven't had migraines for a period of time, like 5 days, 10 days, until we get them past that time where they start to realize, oh, wait, maybe something did change because it's been 2 weeks now and I haven't had a migraine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I just want to have a reference so that, let's say you don't cough for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, that happens. 3 hours, I don't cough.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to get past whatever that perceived time frame is. So maybe it's the morning, right? When you don't cough. Because every morning you said you coughed, right?
Yeah, and changing temperature. I think I just have had a cold, but because of the fact I had a heavy surgery, it was an open lobectomy. I miss a part of my lung. It's all changed inside. Some other construction, it seems like. And when I have heavy coughing, it's like it's bruised now. My scars and my ribs. And so.
All right. So like right now, do you have pain, like feeling in your chest?
Sorry?
Do you have like right now, does your chest hurt? Like, do you have pain?
Yes, it's pain.
All right. So let's just focus on that for a second. Okay. So just relax for me. And really quick, I think Natalie that just came on. Natalie, were you the one that had the x-ray that you posted yesterday?
Is that Natalie Chapman?
Was that you, Natalie?
No, I didn't put an x-ray.
Okay, but you do have neck pain. Okay, so we'll get to you in 1 second, okay?
Okay. Natalie, can I just ask you, have you been commenting on Facebook?
Yeah. I told her to come on.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, so just relax, Rhea. I thought that was who had posted the x-ray. I can't remember who that was.
I don't know.
See, look at Eddie's out cruising in the car with his kid.
Eddie looks like such a dude.
Yeah, Eddie, you look like a dude. Dude.
So Natalie was sending you loads of love, Lorena, just so you know, from the Facebook feed. I've only just seen them now. Lorena, if you can hear me.
All right, so Rhea, what do you notice now?
It's sort of glowing. I just wanted to also tell you my last x-rays were in end of March and they were fine, they were okay. So I shouldn't worry, but I do.
Well, that's because, I mean, we're programmed to worry.
Worrying takes away tomorrow's peace, Rhea.
Yeah, it does, but it's just because it hurts, and if it was my knee, in my case, if it was my knee, I wouldn't worry.
Oh, I'm sure we would convince ourselves to worry about it if it was just the knee. Okay. So how does your chest feel now?
It's a bit less warm, less pain.
All right, so just relax again for me.
It's especially also in my back of my rib cage.
Susanna, thank you for your message.
All right, so how about now, Rhea? What do you notice?
I feel something warm, so, but it's still hurting. But
So just take a deep breath and let me know how that feels.
that aches in some muscle in my back.
Okay, so just relax again. Mattu, you can go jump in a lake.
She's always going to the lake. That's all. She's always going to the lake. Have fun, Mattu. Catch you later. Thanks for coming on.
All right, so now take a deep breath, Rhea, and let me know what you notice.
It's a less deep pain. It's just at the end of the breath, I still feel the tiny bit.
All right, one more time, just relax. I pulled my sleeves up a little bit.
Are you going diving?
No, I'm just digging in. See, sometimes when I do the right angled stare, it's a little bit more effective than the left.
Do you think?
No, I'm just joking. Okay, Rhea, what do you notice now?
Sounds like you're going to cough up a lung.
I can take the deep breath without the cutting pain at the end. It's like it was like a bit of a knife at the end. Yeah, it's far gone. It's very mild.
Yeah, and nobody likes being stabbed in the back.
No. No,
Okay,
but
so
it's hard to describe in another language how something feels.
Well, I'm sure we all know what it feels like to be stabbed in the back. So let's see if we can get that to go all the way away. So just relax one more time for me, okay? Obviously, nobody really appreciates my sense of humor.
I kind of grinned a little bit, but you know, that's what you get for every time I ask you if you're smiling when I crack a joke, and you go a little.
Oh, I didn't know that you ever told jokes.
Oh, okay, right. Well, we'll go back to talking about leprechauns and fairies. Did you know that they're real?
Yeah. I mean,
You're silly.
they weren't made up out of nothing. I mean, they're based off of something.
Mm.
All right, so
Some
now,
might even call you a fairy.
you know, just don't call me a punk. No.
Debbie,
Now try
Debbie's going. Sorry to interrupt. Debbie is going. So she said, love you all. Have a great session. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Debbie. And message me about, and I can't remember her name, but message me, okay? Okay, Rhea, what do you notice now?
It feels very light. I think you took away a big part of the pain. It feels released.
So I helped you take away a big part of the pain.
I know I can do a lot myself. I know, but
Yeah.
you helped me find it.
I did help you, and that's but whatever the result, like whatever happened, was still you doing it. I just encouraged you silently.
And I said, I welcome the healing. I said in my mind. So
awesome.
Awesome stuff.
Much.
So Debbie just said it was Erica that was going to contact.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Debbie just messaged me, and we'll figure out Erica. So I'm going to mute you again, Rhea. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, this was the first time. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Thanks,
and
Rhea.
You could probably
Thank you.
it's midnight there, so you might want to go to sleep.
Yeah, I might.
Thanks, Rhea.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
bye.
you. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Natalie.
Hi.
Hi. So what do you have going on?
Well, I have a lot of stuff going on, but I've already talked to you before too, so I told you a little bit. But with my neck and well, it's probably connected to my back too.
Yes, your neck is connected to your back.
Well, yeah, but okay. When I got attacked one time, and a guy tried to break my Adam's apple.
Okay.
It cracked 3 times, and then I fought him, and I got away. And he was trying to kill me. And so it's been anchored. I never went to the doctor, but every time when I swallow and when I I'm getting nervous, so I'm shaking now. But when I swallow and when I turn my head, and especially if I turn and swallow at the same time, it grinds together, and it feels like sometimes it really hurts, and it feels like it's gonna break and get stuck like that.
All right. So just relax for me. So let's just focus on the Adam's apple, the neck, and the back for a second, okay?
Okay. I'm all freaking out. I'm all shaking and stuff.
Okay. So just relax.
Right.
Okay.
Later, Diana.
All right. So Natalie, what do you notice now?
I don't know. I don't know if I noticed anything. I feel kind of tense, so I don't know.
All right. So just relax again. So let's just focus on the tension in your back. Okay.
Okay.
Go. So notice how your back feels right now. Okay. And then just relax. All right, so now what do you notice?
It feels almost the same so far, but better. It feels like a lot of pressure, a lot of tenseness, but it's easing down a little tiny bit, I think.
Okay, so relax again. All right, so what do you notice now?
It still feels messed up, and it does feel at the same time, it feels like it's relaxing a little. So I still.
So when is relaxing messed up?
I feel pain, but like here and there, and they switch from place to place. But right now I'm having a little bit of pain on this side, whereas before it was hurting a lot on this side, and it's better here, but now it's hurting a little bit right here.
All right, so relax again. Let's focus on that other side. I'm going to do the opposite stare now. I'm joking. It's not as funny when you have to say you're joking, is it?
I got it.
Man, Eddie's doing all the mommy chores or something today. Look at him. He's like running all over the place.
I know. I want to ask you, can you do a focus on him before we leave this evening?
For sure. I'm going to. I was going to ask him next.
Yeah, cool.
Obviously, it hasn't slowed him down. Okay, Natalie, how does that feel?
Better.
Okay, so now try doing that turn to the side thing what you were talking about earlier when you felt it in your Adam's apple.
Well, it seems to be a little bit better.
Okay.
I still feel something there, but it's not. It's like it's been out of place, but
Well, hopefully you still feel an Adam's apple there, but relax. So let's just focus specifically on that, okay?
okay.
All right, so now turn to the side and see how that feels.
It feels better. It doesn't hurt right now at all.
Right. So now here's the important thing to remember, right? Is right, like if it can feel better now, it can continue to feel better. But because whatever that experience was that you had, right? Sometimes in order to override that, the emotion, like the elevated emotion in this experience, has to be greater than those feelings of the past. And sometimes that's hard to do, right? So the most important thing is to know that if it can feel better now, it can continue to feel better, right?
Yeah.
But there could be things that will trigger that, because something can happen that will feel similar to something that has happened, right? So it just means that if it does start to hurt again, it just means we have to just work at it a little bit more to get it to stay, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, your shoulders and your back and stuff should feel a lot better right now, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Not.
So if you're comfortable, just get up and kind of just move around for a minute and then come back and let me know how you feel.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, hold on. Ugh. Okay. I don't know. It's so hard. I feel okay. I'm not like healed or like miraculously healed, I'm sure, but
You what?
I don't think I'm all better like at this moment, but I do feel okay. And I feel like it did help me in my shoulders a lot because I had a lot of knots, and right now I don't have barely any knots. Like, and if there is a knot there, it's small. You know, you can't really notice it.
So what doesn't feel better?
I have my bones hurt from head to toe, so I have a lot of things going on, and I have a lot of pain all the time, and my bones hurt everywhere. I have like, some people say I have fibromyalgia, I have like nerve damage, and my brain doctor says that my brain is making me think that I have more pain than what I am having. And I don't know if that's so much true, because I think I have poison and stuff like that, and a lot of negative energy, a lot of PTSD, a lot of trauma. And
So did you hear what I think it was Jennifer I was talking to about being highly empathic but operating very sympathically?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Did you not hear? You might not have been on yet. So are you empathic?
Yeah, I would call myself empathic, yeah.
Right. Okay. So, and like I was explaining to her, sometimes we take on all of this stuff, right? And then it's hard for us to get rid of all of this stuff. And then pretty soon it just becomes our stuff. So just relax for me for a moment. I'm just going to focus on everything overall really quick. Okay. So just relax. All right, so what do you notice now?
I don't know. I feel better. I feel a lot. My shoulders feel way better. They keep getting more and more looser.
What about them bones?
The bones? I don't feel a lot of pain, you know. I'm okay. I don't know. Let's see, I move around. I don't know. They feel fine, really.
Yeah. So why don't you just get up and move around for a minute? I'm going to go to Eddie, and then I'll come back and ask you how you're feeling, okay? Okay.
Yay, Eddie.
Okay. Eddie.
Give me 1 minute, please. I just have to check my daughter in here.
All right.
Cool. So guys, just while we're waiting for Eddie, just to let you know that Michael is setting up a group that's going to be available really, really soon. Can we talk about it, Michael?
Yeah.
Say that again, Allie.
Michael is setting up a group really, really soon where he's going to be teaching people more intensely about how he does this, how he helps you guys to do this. So if anybody is interested in joining that group, if you could send Michael a private message so he can add you to his list of people who are interested, that would be fantastic. And he's getting it all just sorted out, and it's not going to be too much longer, maybe a couple of days, Michael?
Well, I guess it all depends. I mean, if I don't have it done by tomorrow, are you going to swear at me?
I might do.
Okay, then I'll have it done by tomorrow.
In the realm of possibilities, it's a very big possibility.
Yes, it is. Okay. Eddie.
So guys, that's really exciting. But anyway, Eddie.
I'm ready.
Okay, Eddie, what in the heck are you doing?
Just living life.
Okay. So
just dropped my daughter off at the gym.
Does she look? She doesn't look old enough to be working out, dude.
Oh, it's like these kids gyms where they have like all these playground stuff, and it's really cool. You can just drop it off for what, hour, 2 hours, and they just babysit.
Awesome.
You mean like a kiddies club?
Yeah. They have like the bouncing thing, and they have all kinds of toys, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the balls and yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of kids, so she loves to go there.
Cool.
Okay.
What's happening in your life?
This is
amazing thing, Eddie.
This is it. Okay.
Seems awesome. Yeah, it's my first time. Thanks for having me.
Cool.
So what's going on with it? Was your hip? Was it your hip?
His side.
No, it's not the hip. No, it's so I used to party a lot, and I used to drink a lot, and I used to do all kinds of stuff like that, so it's from that. I know I haven't gone to the doctor. I went like three years ago one time, and they told me that it was maybe gastritis or something, but I never went back. I kind of was hoping I don't want to go and get it diagnosed. I was hoping it's going to heal itself. So kind of it's been getting better, and so I'm not really sure what it is, but it's kind of like on and off, like this dull kind of pain, and usually maybe it's related with what I'm eating, but I can't really pinpoint it. I just went on intermittent fasting for like 40 days. It seems to have got better because of that, because I didn't really eat much. I was just kind of like really eating 6 hours a day only. So it's something related with digestive system. I'm not sure, but it's kind of getting better, I feel, but not quite there yet.
Okay, so how is it right now?
Right now it's okay. Yeah, right now it's okay. So it's not constant, like it just comes on and off. Right now, yeah, I don't feel anything, for example. But
So
it comes on and off.
Is there something that, like a movement that you do that it comes back, or?
No, I can just wake up in the morning usually, and I feel it there. Like I feel something
Sounds
there.
like IBS, Eddie.
Something like that, yeah. Something is going on there.
And it's to do with certain foods you eat, and it can also be to do with when you're stressed and stuff like that.
Well, and sometimes it can do with you left it there the night before when you went to sleep, and so you found it again when you woke back up.
It could be, yeah. I probably agree with that.
It's bloody painful.
It's not really the pain. It's not like actual pain. It's just kind of this dull feeling, It's not really, doesn't really hurt, but yeah, it's something. It's there for a while.
All right, so let's focus on it for a second, and then in the morning you're going to have to message me and let me know.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's better to do it when it's actually there. Right,
it was just there like a while ago. Like, I mean, it comes on and off. Like, it's like weird, It's not always there. Like, sometimes it's just gone, and it can be gone for hours, and then bam, it just shows up again.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember what you said. You said something like, because I partied and stuff in the past, I have this.
I used to drink a lot, like a lot. I mean, I'm from Eastern Europe, so yeah. I mean, we drink when we drink.
Are you Polish?
I'm Lithuanian.
Okay.
So, but really it doesn't matter what you have done in the past, because, but sometimes we hold ourselves accountable for everything that we have done. Right. So anytime something starts to twitch, we all of a sudden are like, oh, well, it's because I drank a lot in the past, or it's because I wasn't a good person in the past, or whatever it is that we tell ourselves, right? So sometimes it's just a matter of getting present in the moment and detaching from the past, right? And just knowing if we want to be something different, we just have to be that now. Right? Because if Eddie isn't drinking now, then it really doesn't matter if he drank in the past.
Yeah. It's not a punishment, you know?
I mean, I've been doing that. I mean, I agree with what you said, and I'm aware of it. And I've been aware of it and being conscious because I thank God every day for healing me. Like, that's kind of what I've been doing. It was still there present though. So it's kind of, I feel like it's going away, getting much better. So I'm not attached to the past. I'm just saying, cause I know that's probably why it happened. But yeah, I've been working on that consciously. So it just kind of feels like we need a little help or something, you know?
Yeah, for sure. All right. So just relax and we'll just focus on it. Okay. All right, so Eddie, what do you notice now? Maybe not with the side, but just overall.
Just I feel present.
Yeah. So the miracles only happen in the present moment, right? Sometimes it's hard to get present so that we can experience change. Oh, thanks. No, I'm good. I got some electrolyte water for my wife.
Hi, wife.
Okay, so pressure. What time zone? Where are you? Where do you live, Eddie?
I'm in California, LA.
Okay, so I'm in Oregon. So you can message me in the morning and let me know how it feels. And if we have to do it like right when it's hurting, then we can. Okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Thank you very
Eddie.
much. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Okay.
Did you get my message, Michael?
I'm not paying attention to it.
I sent you a message.
I don't see it.
Just
where did you send it to me?
To you in the chat.
I don't see it. What did it say? Oh, do you have to go?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't go to sleep for another 4 hours. Why do you have to go?
Because I have to go.
Okay, I'm just joking. I'm giving you a hard time. You can go.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So tell them about your group.
I will.
Don't forget.
I won't.
And everybody message him if you want to take part in it. And thank you all for coming. It's really late here in Ireland and I've had a late few nights. So it's 11:30 here. So I'm going to skedaddle.
So 5 and 5:30?
Pardon?
11:30, 5:30?
Seriously? Goodbye. I love you all.
Okay, Allie O'Shea, she can be found where, Allie? YouTube.
You can find me on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Allie O'Shea, and my website's www.expansivesouls.com.
Awesome.
Night, Robley. Love you too. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Paul.
Everyone.
Paul. Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
And why is he on as Pablo now? How did he switch?
Oh, he's magic.
It's crazy. Amazing. Miracles. Okay.
Miracles. Love you all. Bye.
Okay, bye, Allie.
Bye.
Okay, okay. Helen, I'm going to get to you in 1 sec. And then Natalie. Natalie. Okay, what do you notice now, Natalie?
I do feel better. I don't have no knots. I feel much better.
Good. So if you feel better, then you can start to do better things, right? Which then allows you then to continue to feel better. Okay?
Okay.
And just know that sometimes it takes a little bit of work, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because, and
Do it.
I don't know, I mean, all I know is what you've told me, right? But I don't, the experience that you had was pretty traumatic, right?
Yeah, I have some traumatic things.
Yeah, so sometimes it takes a little bit of effort to override, right? All of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that's so. I've never really thought of it in that way.
Well, because the body is like, the body stores the feelings of the past.
Uh-huh.
But it's not in the past, it's all in the present, but the body holds on to that, right? So unless that elevated emotion is greater than those feelings of the past, it can creep back in, right? And all that means is we just need to work to elevate the emotion in the moment, right? Start to live as if it's already happened, and then pretty soon you won't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, I've found that I can get used to things and then I change. So it's like when I quit cussing, it took a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it does take time. It takes, a little bit of effort. But when something takes a little bit of effort, then sometimes that makes it last even longer. Okay? So, and then message me, okay, and just let me know how you're doing, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and you keep moving on my screen. All right, I'm gonna mute you for a second because Rosa,
Hello.
how are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
I was just reading your message really quick. So your grandson, does he live with you?
No, he doesn't, but he came over this evening because I think my daughter was having a tough time with him, so she dropped him off to my place.
Okay. And so, I can focus on him. And I think the most important thing to know, right, is that, right, I know whatever the situation that you explained is, it's a difficult situation, right?
Yeah, very difficult.
Right. So the most effective way to let's say offset that situation is to be the example, right?
Yeah.
And then to not try and take all the problems away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just have empathy and then teach him that what's going on around him has nothing to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But too often we grow up thinking that everything that happens outside of us has something to do with us, right? So then we hold ourselves accountable and we blame ourselves for things that our parents do, right? Like, I must not be good enough because my parents were arguing. When the parents were arguing, it had nothing to do with you, but you start to live in that reality of not being good enough, right? So part of it is just understanding, right? Having empathy of the situation that he's in, but then educating him to know that has nothing to do with him.
Okay.
Right? How old is he?
He's just turned 9 recently.
Yeah. Right. And so, he's at that age where, he thinks that everything has to do with him.
He had a fracture quite a large one, about 6 inches at the bottom of his skull.
Yeah.
And that was around the age of 6. And I think ever since then, things have gotten really bad.
So
It's it's very difficult for them now because he's so defiant.
Yeah. So does he still have pain and stuff because of that, or?
You mean from the fracture?
Yeah.
I think that's healed, but
Yeah.
it's more emotional now.
Yeah.
He's being disrespectful to the teachers in school, to the parents.
Yeah.
It's not what he used to be. He was a really, really sweet kid.
Yeah.
But they're finding it very difficult to manage him now.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because I think it's also manifesting in a condition called PANDAS, which is a psychiatric acute disorder.
Okay. So, and I'll focus on him right now for a second, but just know that sometimes things take work to change, and kids at that age, I mean, the way they interface with reality is they think that everything around them has to do with them, and so that their behavior then starts to not necessarily mimic, but the behavior is a way of what's the word? I'm not even sure how to explain it, but he's acting that way because he thinks everything is happening because of him, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a result of the thinking. But if you can start to teach him that it doesn't matter what's happening around him, that has nothing to do with him, right? Mm-hmm. That he can be, right, whoever it is that he wants to be, then the behavior stuff then starts to change, because he's not acting the way he is. He's acting the way that he thinks he needs to act because of what's going on around him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Okay, so I'm just going to focus on him for a second, and then will you just message me tomorrow, and
okay.
we'll kind of try and figure out a strategy forward, okay?
This is my first time doing this session, so how do I contact you again?
So you can send me a message on Facebook.
Okay.
You can go to my group, Focused Intention, and then I also just started a page, Michael D. Luman, on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay. All right, so make sure to message me, okay?
All right, I will. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. So I was just going to unmute people here and because I'm not sure. So Amy, the one with the ceiling fan.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine. I thought Allie was going to message you. I was asking for a one-on-one.
Oh, okay. I think she did. I might have forgotten. Did you send me a message on Messenger?
I hadn't yet because I was listening to all the other things going on. So.
Okay. So yeah, just if you want, just send me a message on Messenger and we'll figure something out, okay? Okay,
we're already connected. That much I did figure out. So.
Well, guess what, Amy? We're all connected.
Well, yes. I meant technologically, but thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for coming too.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to mute you now.
Okay.
Okay. Robley, how are you?
Good. I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, except I just started to get a knot in my hamstring.
I'm just putting up your page link for Rosa here.
Oh, okay. Awesome. See, I guess I do have my own Paul.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Well, hey, thanks for coming too.
It should be in the webinar chat, Rosa.
Okay. Thanks, Robley, for coming.
You're welcome.
Okay. Vivian. She's talking to spirits right now. I'll get back to her. Okay, Christine, how are you?
What up, Michael? I'm good.
Are ya? How's the stomach?
The stomach is all better. I'm all good.
Okay, well, that's good, right?
Yes, very.
Okay.
That was an intense few days.
Yeah. Okay, well, just, know that if it comes back, right, I mean, you know what to do.
I do.
Okay, cool.
Cool. There's your word.
I know. Okay, I'm going to mute you again. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Vivian. Okay. Okay, Helen. Helen,
Hi.
you can put your hand down now.
I know.
Okay, so Helen, we're going to focus on your knees, but I want you to share your experience with your daughters.
Okay. Okay. One of my daughters, Karen, she was getting. She says, "Oh, I have a headache," and I and Trisha were sitting together, and I said to Trish, let's do some work on Karen, because she was asking for Tylenol, and we told her don't take the Tylenol. And so we focused on her for about 4 times, I think. About 4 times, and after the 4th time, she didn't have her migraine. And yeah, it was so cool because, like she'd have that migraine for a long, long time.
Okay, so before you tell us about your other daughter, so that's pretty awesome, right?
Yes.
You're feeling pretty good about that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
And then my other daughter.
Well, you're probably thinking we don't even need this guy anymore, right? We can just do this all ourselves now.
Oh no, hey.
but really, I mean, that's really how simple it is, right? I mean, we've never really talked all that much, I mean, about it. I've just explained it to you and Trisha, right, what it is that we do, right? And you've just been able to take that and then just utilize it, right? But what happens now, though, is, right, because now you're starting to even know more that it's possible, right? Then you're able to be more and more effective.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes it's just a matter of building belief. Right. So, and then tell us about your other daughter.
Okay, my other daughter, Jennifer, like I do a lot of driving. So I was driving and her ears were bothering her and she wears hearing aids. So I told her, I said, Jennifer, can I do some work on you? Or like, I don't know. That's how I worded, right? And she said, sure. I said, okay, so just relax. And I'm just sounding like you. I said, just relax. And so I focused on her about 4 times. And because her ears were popping and they were hurting. And like she even cries. She's in so much pain sometimes. And then after the 4th time, she's like, that's so weird, Mom. She says, that's so weird. She says, I can hear my own voice. So it's like, that's how bad her hearing is.
Yeah.
And she started crying because she was so like happy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So now if she says she can't hear you, you can say, I know better than that. You can hear me.
Yeah. Yeah. And could I share about Rosie?
Yes.
And my granddaughter Rosie, she's a little over a month old, and her bilirubin, I guess, I don't know, like her levels go up and down, I guess, and so she wasn't eating, and she's just throwing up her milk and really cranky. So I asked Michael if she could do some focusing on her, and the nurse was saying, "Oh, you got to bring her down to emergency," and I know there was no way to stop my daughter from that, so I did bring her down. But before that, we did work on her, and when we got down there, like it's about 45-minute drive. By the time we got down there, and I was with her, and I was feeding her bottle, and she didn't throw up her milk, and she took the whole bottle, and she wasn't cranky anymore. And after the doctor finished looking at her and everything, your baby, she's fine. You know, you can go home. So that was pretty cool, because Karen was like, "We're going to the children's hospital again," you know, but I knew that she wasn't, because we were doing that with her.
Yeah. Well, and that's awesome. And I mean, obviously, that doesn't mean, you know, we don't take the kids to the doctor or to the hospital or whatever, right? It just means that there's more options than we thought there were a week ago, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is Trisha with you?
Yes, she is. Here, you can say hi. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
How's the nerve pain doing?
When I jumped on, it was at like a 3, but now it's at like a 1, 2.
Cool. Okay.
It's just, yeah. My hips were kind of sore and stiff earlier. But since I jumped on, they have relaxed.
You can jump now?
What?
You can jump now?
No, not yet.
Okay, soon. So everybody, this is Trisha. This is the girl I was talking about earlier that was paralyzed in a car accident in 2013, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome. So how are the legs overall feeling? Have you been able to kick more than before, or about the same?
I think I can kick more, because now I can kick with my shoes on, whereas before I was kicking with no shoes on, but now I have my shoes on and they're able to kick more. So
All right, what kind of shoes are you wearing?
Big heavy ones.
Big heavy ones. Yeah.
Awesome. So can we, and we're going to focus on your mom's knees in a second, but let's focus on your legs for 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so just relax for me. And anybody else that wants to join in, I mean, obviously, I'm sure you've been joining in, but so we're just going to focus on Trisha's legs really quick, okay? All right, so what do you notice now?
About the same.
Okay. How about the nerve stuff?
Pretty much gone.
Okay.
Yeah, no nerve pain in my hips. Hips feel good.
Okay, and
hips feel loose, not tight anymore.
Last time, didn't you say something about you started to have more feeling in your butt and stuff? Like you noticed that you could feel like you knew you were sitting in a chair?
Mm-hmm.
You still notice that now, or did that fade?
No, I still, I can still feel like instead of it being nerve pain that I'm feeling, it feels like just like pressure. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay. So, So let's just focus on you kicking your leg again, okay?
Okay.
And let's focus on which one, the left or the right?
Left.
Left. All right. Just relax for a moment, okay?
Okay.
All right. So now try and kick.
I don't notice a difference.
Okay. What about with the right one?
Okay, so yeah, I notice a little difference. It does kick up a little bit more than it did before in both of them.
Okay, now try it.
About the same.
Okay, so let me help your mom with your knees, and then I'll ask you again, okay?
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Hi.
Hold on 1 second. Vivian. You're muted. Sorry. I tried to contact you earlier, but you didn't respond. Okay, Helen. Oh, hold on, Helen. Hi, Vivian.
Hi.
I tried saying hi to you earlier, but you didn't respond.
Hi. They called me. They were surprising one of my kids with something.
Oh, I thought you meant like the spirits caught you.
No, the kids caught me.
Oh, okay. Like, I mean, how am I supposed to know, right?
They called me home. No.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm holding space for you guys.
I know. Awesome. Hey, your husband's here too, just so you know.
Yes, I know he's somewhere around here. I think he's on his way to work or something, but he's still here.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, Helen.
Yeah.
So tell me how are the knees?
Well, one before I got on, like I was cleaning my room. I forgot all about this, so I missed out the beginning. But it was at around a 5. But then I jumped on, and since I jumped on to up to now, it's probably like at a 2 now.
Okay, so how are your sister's knees?
She came to see me, but right now she's going through a lot of emotions.
Okay.
So I think she like didn't even want to talk about that. So like I was trying to help her like with some other stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So
well, next time you talk to her, you'll have to ask her and let me know, okay?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just.
And then also wanted to see if you could work on my right ear too. I had surgery on it, and I'm tired of what do you know, all my children.
You're what?
Like what?
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 Exactly what? So
yeah, they get tired of it. Yeah.
You can't hear in your right ear?
Not as good as my left one. And it's really hard because I'm a driver in the car, so they're sitting in the passenger side. I'm what?
Yeah, well, I thought you were going to say it's really hard because my left one's not very good either. All right, so just relax for a moment, okay? Let's just focus on the right one. But do this first, like snap by your right ear so you kind of have something that you can gauge it by.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So just relax then. All right, so snap now and see. Sounds louder to me.
Oh, good. It seemed like it was louder. I would know more too, like well, actually, there's always like that humming noise,
Yeah.
and that's really bothersome.
You have the humming noise now?
Not right now. I didn't have it when I got on. So, but I mean, it comes and goes, and like
Okay.
mostly it's here, but it's not here right now.
So cover your your left ear and then snap.
Yeah, barely hear it.
Okay, so cover your.
Yeah. I can't snap with my thing this side. There.
Well, I guess we'll have to focus on that next. Okay.
No, it's.
Okay.
Yeah, I
this.
noticed the difference.
Okay, so cover your.
Closer. Oh.
No. No, cover the bad ear.
Okay.
Okay, and then snap by your good ear.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
yeah, I can hear that.
Now keep your bad ear covered, right? Because when you uncover your bad ear, it's going to sound just like your good ear, okay? So, but just relax.
Okay.
All right. So wait a sec. Snap by your good ear. Okay, now cover your good ear. And snap by that ear.
I can hear on my good ear way better than this ear yet. I think there was a little bit of improvement, and I could hear some movement or whatever while I had it covered. So.
Okay, try it again.
Try what again? Sorry.
Try snapping.
Oh, okay. Oh God, I can't even snap now. Oh, there. See, I can snap better on this side. So, yeah, it seems like it's a bit of an improvement. Yeah.
Have one of your kids say something to you.
Just say something to me.
I don't know what to say.
Say, Mom, I love you.
Ruben, baby, bumper, bumper.
But cover your good ear and have them say it on your right side.
I'd say,
Billy, buddy, bumper.
No,
Yeah,
they have to be on your right side.
Oh. Well, this is my right side. She
Are
is
they on your right side? I can't see. I'm sorry. All right. So Message me an hour and let me know how it is.
I will. Might be a little later because I got to go pick up my daughter. So, yeah.
You have a busy schedule, Helen. Probably should have stopped having kids at 4.
It was all meant.
Helen has 11 kids, guys.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Trisha.
That's like the first thing I tell people too. I'm the oldest 11. I'm 11. Hello.
Okay, so what do you notice now?
My knee picks up more on my left side, but my foot kicks up more on my right side.
Okay. So we're just gonna keep working at it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because if you start walking, then I have arrived. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Helen.
Okay, bye.
Okay. So let's see. Natalie, you still doing good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I still have knots in my shoulder again. I think I want to say thank you though, and I know that it helps me a lot.
Yeah. Right, and just know that it's going to take a little bit of work, because sometimes if we've been a certain way for so long, like you've always been empathic, operating sympathically, so that you kind of relate to that, like your self-worth is that you've done all this stuff, right? So sometimes it's difficult to all of a sudden flip that switch and to interface a little bit differently, right? So it might take a little bit of work. Right? But the most important thing is to know that it can change. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So message me and just let me know, how you're doing, and just keep coming and we'll just keep working at it. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so let me see here. Hey, Fiona.
That's exactly a honky back in there, you think, oh no.
Fiona.
It's really weird because I've seen her work perfectly fine.
Yeah. Hang on a sec.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to say hello.
Hi there. I've been quietly in the background. So I got up early to see you all and help hold space.
Awesome.
And now I'm taking my kids to netball. So
Cool. Awesome. Well, have a good day, okay?
yeah, you too. You're doing great things.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, see you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Donna. Okay, maybe she's not there. All right. Jane.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. You just hanging out?
Yeah, just hanging out. No complaints.
Awesome.
Her son, Damien.
Is that your daughter?
I don't know if you heard you. Hold on a minute. There you go.
I'm her son, Damien.
Oh, Damien, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Well, thanks for coming.
I'm playing Roblox. Actually, I'm not really coming. I just sleep in the same room, so I'm playing Roblox right now.
Oh, okay. Well, go to sleep then.
I don't know what side I slept on. I forgot.
I'm just joking with you. Okay. Okay, well, thank you, Jane.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to mute you now. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second because my mom's calling.
We can hear what you're saying. I'm just joking.
All right. So I just want to make sure that I got to everybody. Taz.
Yes, hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I was just joking with you, we couldn't hear what you were saying.
I didn't think you could, but I was like, I muted it, but no, that's funny. All right, so how are you?
I'm doing good, doing well.
Good. Awesome. And your mom's going to message me?
Yeah, I'll have to show her how to connect with you. Actually, I'll connect you guys together and then we'll go from there.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right. So is everybody all right that's on the call? Joe, we're going to keep working at it, okay?
All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm driving right now, so I can't really respond.
I know. I can see that. I just wanted to tell you that we'll keep working at it.
All righty.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So, Sylvia. Sylvia,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. So how's your mom doing?
It was, it succeeded. It was a success operation, but they could take only 60% of the tumor, and she had a shock, and it was awful because she did a panic attack because they could not. She was they could not do a, how we say it in English, they did anesthesia local, a small anesthesia. They didn't do a general anesthesia, they did a local one. So she did a big shock, and she was really, really, it was awful. But
Okay, so
now better. She did a panic attack.
is she still in the hospital or?
Yeah, she's still there. I could not bring her.
Okay. And how are you doing?
I came home. I could not stop crying. It was shocking. It was shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was shocking.
So how are you feeling physically?
Physically, I'm okay. Physically, I'm okay, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
I think I took it on me.
Yeah. It can be difficult. All right. Well, thanks for showing up, but get some rest so that you can go back and be there for your mom. Okay.
Yes, I'm listening to you. That's why I'm sleeping at this way.
Yeah.
I will sleep with you. It's okay. I listen to you and sleep at the same time.
Okay. Well, awesome. Thanks for coming. Okay.
But your healing the other time, she was a lot better. So we will continue, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you a lot. Thank you.
Okay.
Also,
bye.
Really, bye. I'm here. Thank you.
All right. Well, I wish Allie was here now to close this out. She does a much better job than I do. I still need to practice. But thank you, everybody that came, and for everybody that watched. Here, we'll let Vivian.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming, and thank you for your time and your space. Appreciate it so much.
Okay, do some shout outs.
I can't see nobody.
No. So, and
Okay.
Allie's pushing me to get some stuff put into place so that I can figure out how this teaching is going to be and how, what I'm going to do moving forward. I mean, obviously I'm going to continue doing these live events so that we can, you know, show people what's possible. But I really want to get to the place to where I'm able to really start teaching.
Yes, that'd be great, because I do, I feel like I can help my husband because I'm always doing healing on myself.
Yeah.
I believe if I'm taught what to do, I could be able to focus attention on him.
Yeah.
You're not healing him. I could be doing it at home, because I've been telling him for a long time that I believe that he can.
Yeah, and really also too, there's things that can be done with a group of people that might not be able to be done individually. Right? So if let's just say that there has to be so much knowing in any moment in time to offset whatever the disbelief is.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
If let's say it has to be 1,000, right? And I bring 630 and the other person brings 200, right? Sometimes there's not enough there to offset whatever it is, that disbelief. And not even that it's the individual, right? But it's society, it's environment, it's everything, right? You know, and like I was saying to him, right? I mean, some of these things, there's so much fear created around them.
Yes, exactly.
Right? It's like the ego has already projected the future outcome.
Exactly.
Right? Like, what's the easiest way you can no longer be here anymore? And then all of a sudden, when these possibilities start to open up, right? The ego's like, whoa, wait a second, right? I already told you how you were going to die.
Yeah, and then other things start happening. Oh, well, it's not getting better because this happened and that happened and this happened.
Yeah. Right? But the more people that bring knowing into the situation, right? Like, I've experienced a lot, right? So I can bring a lot of knowing.
Yes.
Right now, if somebody has back pain or hip pain, right? The knowing that I bring is probably greater than any other knowing because I already experienced that myself.
Exactly.
Right? So let's say somebody, and whether it's through medicine or surgery or whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily matter, because if something has changed for somebody, then they know that it's possible. They can bring that knowing into the situation, right? So the more people involved, the more knowing that is created. Right? Now, we can start to learn to bring everybody's knowing into the situation as well. Like when I was running today, right? I already know that it's possible to run a half marathon, right? Because there's a bunch of other people running it.
Yes.
Right? So it doesn't matter that my training might not look like theirs, right? That I just decided I was just going to go out and do it after running a couple times, right? It just means that it's a little bit more work to hold that space, right? And then not to look at my shoes and go, oh, wait, maybe I should have been wearing different shoes, or gosh, you know, really, if I was 10 pounds lighter, it would have been much easier, or whatever it is that doubt we start to bring in, right? Sometimes it's hard to hold that space of possibility when things around us start to creep in, right? So, but it's like I said, you know, to Joe, like it's just a matter of working at it until it sticks, right? Okay.
I'm excited. Hi, Robley. And hi, everyone. Thank you all.
Okay, so can you give us a little bit of information from the higher beings?
Sure, I can. Let me get something, okay? Real quick.
Okay.
1 minute.
Hey, Robley.
Yeah.
You seem pretty grounded to be all around all these women that are a little bit more out the top.
They've trained me well.
Yeah. Well, and you know, it's interesting how everybody interfaces a little bit differently, right? Like, I have found for me, it's more effective to stay really physical.
Yes.
Even though through my healing experience for a while there, like everything was opened up, right? But for me, the best way is to stay like hyper focused almost on physicality.
I don't know that I've ever actually given it much thought. I just do my thing, and I've been fortunate to just attract the right people.
Yeah.
Christine and I were talking about this the other night. We had a video call with my dream team, and they've gotten to know each other through internet chat, but they've never actually talked to each other or met each other. And we had a 4-hour-long call, and it was like we've all known each other for years.
Yeah.
And she made the observation that every one of them was really distinct and unique and completely different from everybody else in the group, but yet somehow we all clicked.
Yeah.
And she wanted to know how I did that. You know?
Yeah. Well,
and,
yeah, it's almost like as long as there's harmony, it doesn't matter what C you are on the scale, as long as everybody's a C, right?
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it takes. It takes, you know, just like I was saying a minute ago, right? Everybody brings their own belief or their own knowing. Right? It doesn't have to look the same as everybody else's, as long as it is in harmony with everybody else's.
Yeah. And I think that's what we had. You know, it's just everybody has their own gifts. They all bring something different to the table.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all part of a larger piece. You know, and so it all fits together.
Right. And I would say that is compassion or unconditional love or whatever that piece is. That, right? It all has to be part of that in order to be in harmony.
Oh, absolutely. There's it's just mutual respect.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Absolutely. And,
go ahead. I'm sorry, Robert.
I haven't forgotten about getting with you to do some of the writing. I haven't had the time.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Okay. Awesome.
I want to say something real quick before you leave, Robley. And also, I feel like how he said, how you're setting intention and getting the mass together to help people with their unbelief or whatever is taking place. I feel the same way with the group. You know, like getting everybody, everybody's coming together and everybody is on the same road, and it's helping even a person who just feel like they're nothing.
Yeah.
Be able to move in a way to be their greater self. So that's what I really love about everybody coming together.
Yeah.
About the group. It's just really a blessing to me.
I think that's important with us because it's not about us. You know,
No.
it's about everybody. You know, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, because I feel like that. And not that I'm knocking no other groups. Please don't get me wrong. But like I have been in many groups, and it's just such a different feel it's like a movement. It's such a different feel than what I have gotten before. And I'm really just grateful, even though I'm in groups that I am connected with people, but I'm just really grateful for #taking wings.
Okay. So what are you leaving us? What are you leaving us with?
I'm leaving you guys with this, okay? I pulled a card that says patience. This is very right on time. I put 3 cards, and all of them are amazing. I love it, okay? And this is towards, not only towards the people, but this is towards you and the group that you're making. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So everybody who's listening and everything that is coming to pass, that we have to have patience, and knowing that everything is coming together for the highest good, knowing that great things are happening, knowing that everything is working out for us, no matter how it looks. Have patience, keep on believing, and keep on believing, keep on believing. And when we believe, we receive. You know, we have to believe and then open up for receiving. Okay, and then I have this one that says, this is very powerful, okay? Overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So we are going to another level. We are surmounting any type of previous challenges. We just have to go back to hold on and have patience and believe and just wait on the receiving, because it's happening now. Everything is happening now. Everything is all in the now. And this one is peace. And what the Spirit is saying is peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Only love is real. All of us coming together in love, holding space for each other, and having this movement where we just taking on the world. Taking on the world. And a lot of people, through this love, is going to be delivered from all of their difficulties.
Yeah. So, because time is like a filing system, right? Because we imprint memory on time, we give it value, right? But really, time is only so that we can find memory and know where it is, right? Because if there was no time, then how would we would have trouble finding information, right? So somebody might say that it's not working, like whatever it is that this is, right? Like when we get too wrapped up in the results, right, we can be disappointed and say that it's not working. But really, it's always working. It just might not have worked to the degree that we can see it yet, right? But, you know, it's important for people, you know, to remember that it is always working. Like healing is always happening.
Yes, it is.
Right? Just maybe not at a pace that you can see or that you notice, right? Because it happens every moment, and then we decide how much to keep, right? So we've seen plenty of examples today, right, of, and we'll just use pain because it's an easy one to gauge, right, of pain going from one level to another level to another level and then gone, right? But it probably goes from 9 to 0, and then all of a sudden comes back to 7, right? Because that's all we can accept in that moment in time is a 7, right? And then it goes from a 7 to a 0, and then all of a sudden back to a 5, right? So, you know, that's why the back and forth and the conversation is just part of building belief, right? It's not like I'm continuing to hold that space even when I'm asking questions, right? Knowing that it's going to be a little bit of a back and forth until they finally accept it all the way, right? Allowing that miracle to stay and to be as instant as possible, or for us to perceive it as being instant, because like I said, it probably happens instantly all the time. Right? We just can't quite grasp that instantly. Right? So, you know,
pain, especially extreme pain, doesn't want you to not notice. It just won't, you know.
Yeah.
And so when you're in extreme pain, to go from 10 to 0, like you say, it probably happens, but you're so focused on the pain that you can't see it.
And then, I mean, subconsciously, and then the ego, right? All of a sudden, it's like, what's the cost reward?
Yeah.
Like, if it happens instantly and stays, then what am I going to have to do with my life, right? Because all of a sudden, that's a huge responsibility, right? I know that because I feel that responsibility, right? Because all of a sudden, instantly, my life changed. And then all of a sudden, what am I going to do with that possibility, right? Am I just going to go back to doing what I was doing? And
well, and especially if it's been a long-term thing which has begun to define the person, you know.
Yeah.
And
who they
suddenly without it, you know, they're a whole new person now, and
right.
That can be scary.
Well, it is. It's like if you take an hourglass and you cut both ends off, right? And the point we need to get for that miracle to happen is that right there, right? And you can push somebody back in time, which isn't all that effective because you're not going to get there. But as soon as you put that person right there and they have to take that step, I mean, all this possibility is a lot to grasp sometimes. Right? So that's why there's sometimes that back and forth, because, you know, if this is possible, then what else is possible? And then if all of that is possible, then what's going to be expected of me? I don't know if I want to live that large quite yet. Exactly. Right? So I'm going to baby step. I'm going to baby step to it. Right? But and I know this because, like, when I had a lady that was blind, when her vision came back, right, it came back to 80%. But why, like, why would it stop at 80%? Like, the healing's the same at 0% as it is at 60, as it is at 80, right? But that's where she finally said, wait a second, right? I don't want to accept the full miracle because the responsibility of that full miracle might be too much, right? I'll just accept 80% of it, so then I can still have 20% of leeway, right? So, but you know, all of this is just about, you know, building belief and practice and just becoming more than we were the last moment in time, so that the next moment in time we can be even more.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, awesome. Okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta go grab my kids. But keep coming back. Right. I'm gonna be posting some stuff in the Focused Intention group here tomorrow about my plans moving forward. And then I created a Mikael D. Luman page as well, and then I have my personal one in my YouTube. So Fiona, thank you for coming. Okay, and thank you everybody else. All right.
Let me know the next healing, because I think I missed one, but I didn't know about it. So I really want to be a host space.
Oh, for sure, I will. And then, you know, obviously we'll just continue to work with you know, with Joe, right? Because there will be that point when what he believes will override what he doesn't believe, right? Like that back and forth will all of a sudden go all the way, right? Whether it's his knee feeling better or his feet feeling better or his blood sugar improving or whatever that is that throws it over the top or allows him to step through that opening. Yes. Right? We don't know exactly what it is for him because we can't see the subconscious, right? But it'll happen, and all of a sudden he'll step through it and everything will change. And just like, you know, Trisha, right? Like, she's kicking her leg right now. Right? But where's that point, you know, right here, when all of a sudden she believes that she can stand up and walk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so we just continue to work to that point. And she knows that it will happen, or believes enough that knows it'll happen eventually. It just is going to take a little bit of work to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All right, everybody.
All right, Michael, thank you. We'll
Bye,
talk soon.
everybody.
Thank you. And Allie, thank you for coming and hosting. Okay.
Thanks, Allie.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Vivian, Christine, we'll talk soon.
Bye. Yes, yes. Bye-bye.